Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Good afternoon and welcome to Docking Family Stadium. Bulldog football is here once again, another home contest.
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. "161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence."
I believe that if you get your degree here, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Thank you so much, Tim. As soon as we say hello, we'll say goodbye as the Comet Marching Band is playing our national anthem. We'll have an interview with Bulldog head football coach Joe Palka after this 60-second break right here on the Adrian College Sports Network.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
I'm a recent graduate from Michigan State University.
I'm an underwater cinematographer.
So I didn't really decide I wanted to become a pilot till after college.
Jevy is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
Involve yourself as many opportunities that you can.
The number one most important thing is knowing your own weaknesses. Proper planning.
Breakfast.
It's always something different, something new.
The fact that you can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
I'm a special ed.
Whitmer, we're standing by pregame with Bulldog head coach, second-year man Joe Palka, and here we are at Olivet for your first time as head coach, and it's MIAA opener, big matchup today despite the records for both these teams. But let's jump back last week, homecoming, 57-0. Not too much to say on that, but you got some guys in, some valuable playing time, and the starters kind of shut the door. Just give me your thoughts on last week.
Yeah, I mean, we certainly weren't perfect. I thought we started kind of slow in the first half. It was good to see us, gain our legs and then turn things, where they needed to be quickly. I'm always happy in those games when we really come out relatively injury-free, and then also you're getting a lot of young guys in. So I think, to close the book on it, that's what I felt, best about last weweek.
Your line of scrimmage has impressed me all season. I mean, the defensive line's been great. Offensive line's been solid. Could you assess their play?
I mean, we're really fired up about our D-line, and at times we can roll 10 guys through there, so we like our depth there as well. Our offensive line is a veteran group, and, we're expecting, big things out of them all year long. I think they continue to get better because they play consistently together. We're going to be as good as those two units take us, to be honest with you, as we get into league play. So I think we've had a good start. It'll be a good test today and see where we're at.
Big days again for Noah Boudry. Braden Whitaker gets a couple touchdown grabs. I mean, Noah just continues to impress me, at least. I not perfect, but he's been doing his job.
The thing about Noah, and I was thinking about him on the bus ride up here today too, he's certainly not perfect from an execution standpoint. He misses some balls, but he has the it factor. You know what I mean? He's a winner. He's going to make more plays than he's not. He's going to put us in the right positions. And at the end of the day, you want a guy like that to be your quarterback, when you're in tough times and you need to find a way to win. So Noah's been great in that whole regard.
Defensively, having a lot of points since late drive against Valpo week 1. I mean, I know maybe the competition's not the best, and you're going to see a better offense here today with Olivet, despite their record.
Olivet, I think they've scored 28 points in their last 2 games, and they can score. I mean, I think that the big test for our defense today is we're likely to give up some points. How are we going to react when that happens? So we've talked about that all week. Just keep playing the next play the full 60 minutes, things I say all the time, but I think it's going to come to fruition today. I have a lot of respect for what Olivet is doing, and especially offensively.
Yeah, and what they're doing is their rebuilding program. I mean, Sean and I counted 5 seniors on their team, a lot of freshmen, some transfers, and a first-year coach. You were there last year, so you could probably empathize with what Olivet's going through.
I think it's very similar. I mean, they're playing a lot of young guys just like we did last year. I mean, and the reason that I think they're doing a nice job too is, hey, we won 6 games last year with a really young team. So Olivet, like I said, I think they're just going to keep getting better and better. And, like I said, we're going to have to measure up today on the road in a tough environment.
Coach, with this being your first MIAA action, what's the team's mentality going into conference play?
The nice thing is it's been the same mentality we've had all year. And I've said it multiple times. I said it in our team meeting today. This team doesn't really care who it plays. What we did talk about is that there will be no blowout games. Every game is going to be a tight battle in the MIAA. I just think there's that much parity in the league this year, and this game will be no exception. So the mentality's been great. They come to work every day, and they're intending to play a full 60 minutes, which is what my expectation is.
Being the road team, there's a chance you get scheduled as this, but we are Olivet's homecoming. That can kind of give you a little edge on your sideline, can't it, Coach?
Yeah, I may talk about it at in pregame. Haven't mentioned it at all this week. It's been about us and our execution, but something I'll probably touch base on in the locker room.
All right. Thanks for your time, Coach. As always, good luck today.
Okay, thanks, guys. Thanks for being here.
Once again, head coach Joe Palka of the Adrian College Bulldog football team going for win number 4 in a row on the season. Join yours truly, Ian Wendt and Sean Whitmer, on the call right here on the Adrian College Sports Network. Good afternoon and welcome to Docking Family Stadium. Bulldog football is here once again, another home contest. In Olivet, Michigan. It is the Michigan Intercollegiate Athletic Association conference opener for both these football teams as the undefeated Adrian College Bulldogs taking on the winless Olivet Comets here this afternoon from on top of the press box at UO. Yours truly, Ian Wendt and Sean Whitmer. A lot of storylines in this ball game. Second-year head coach for the Bulldogs, Joe Palka, and a first-year head coach for the home team here today for the Comets as they're in full rebuild mode, and a lot on the play for Eric Yider this season. 3 tough losses Doesn't get any easier when you get into conference play. And, you open up with perhaps the hottest team in the league in Adrian College.
Yeah, and luckily for this Olivet Commons team coming into today, they have a really good quarterback. He's been rolling through these first 3 weeks. Despite their record, he's throwing the ball well, he's seeing the field well, and he's not making as many mistakes as you might expect from a first-year starter.
Well said. Coin toss taken care of. And a little pump it up to start this ball game here at UO. And that's, of course, the kickoff song at Docking Stadium for the Bulldogs, where we have been nestled in for the last 2 weeks. Big-time homecoming win last week, 57-0 over Manchester. That follows up a historic victory over Teal College. Margin of victory, 76. Here comes Olivet. They will kick the football off first. We have a beautiful sunny day here in mid-Michigan, and the Comets are set to kick this off to the Adrian College Bulldogs, who will work from left to right. Quincy Dorsey, one of the deep Bulldogs, and the run-up and the kick. We're underway for the MIAA, and it will be the young cornerback picking this up near the 20. Jump cuts at the 25, lowers the shoulder, gets dragged out of bounds on the near sideline at about the 23-yard line. And that's where Noah Boudry and company will get an opportunity to open this football game. I mean, it starts and stops with this quarterback. This transfer from Mount Union has been every bit as advertised, Sean.
Yeah, both teams starting transfer quarterbacks. And Noah Boudry has been everything that the Bulldogs could have asked for. He has that it factor. He knows when to turn it up. He's not been perfect, but perfect is the enemy of good in most situations, and he's been extremely good in every aspect of the game.
What I like is basically mistake-free football. As Boudry's alone in the shotgun, throws to the far side of the field. Braden Whitaker makes the catch, gets a block to the 30 and out of bounds, or not, as he fights along the Bulldogs sideline near the first down marker. Nice block out there for Ethan Aberger and Tyler Greer on the offensive blocking as well. It will be good enough for 1st and 10. Give credit to Javon Peterson, the freshman defensive lineman from Florida. Well, he's got to love playing in this weather. Upper 70s. Boudry's going to pitch it out to the running back, Trey Brueggemann. Brueggemann gets ankle tackled at the 35 and swarmed under there. That's a loss of 3 on the play. It's a 2nd down and long coming up for the Bulldogs.
Would really like to see Brueggemann bounce that one up the middle. It's supposed to be an outside run, but that doesn't mean you have to take it all the way to the sideline. Find your hole, find the gap, read it and go. Brueggemann, that's a very rare misread out of him.
Converted linebacker, did play running back a bit last season. Boudry from the shotgun again, looks to pass, looks right, now goes to his left, rolling out that way, directing traffic, flips it upfield for his man on the sideline. It's incomplete. Going for Tyler Greer along the Bulldog sideline, and already it's a 3rd and long for this Bulldog offense.
Yeah, looking in at last week's action for this Olivet team, if I'm not mistaken, Bluffton went 6 for 13 on 3rd down, 2 for 2 on 4th. And it's really been a game of those late down conversions for this Olivet defense.
5 out wide, 3 up to the far side of the field, the wide side, 2 down to the right. Boudry sends Whitaker in motion. Noah gets some pressure, escapes it, going to the right, or left rather. There's some pressure on him. He's going to get dragged down way back at the 25-yard line. The Comets brought pressure. Good coverage on the back end, and the Bulldogs will punt on the opening possession.
If I'm not mistaken, that's the first time Boudry's been sacked this season, as I'm looking for confirmation on the numbers, but I don't think he's been accredited with taking a sack yet.
So the Comets off to a blazing start. That's not what you want if you're the visitor on somebody's homecoming and the underdog role at that. First time punting here today for Cooper Tracy, the freshman. He stands at his own 11, snap is waist high. Foot to leather, it's a high spiraling kick. It will the 40-yard line. And the Comets get some good field position for their opening possession after their defense forces a 3 and out.
Yeah, if this is a defensive battle between these two teams, I don't think anybody would be surprised. That's kind of what we expect out of MIAA football. And not a 3-and-out from the Bulldogs, but about as close to a 3-and-out as you can get, only running 4 plays.
Yeah. Forgot about the first down catch. From the 43, go the Comets. Their opening possession. QB lines up in the pistol formation. Man goes in motion. It's going to be a power run to the left. Fighting ahead for a couple. The running back crosses the 46-yard line of Olivet. That is number 30, Jalen Jackson. And the freshman from Detroit has been their go-to guy this season. Go ahead, John.
Be interesting to see how much they run the football today, as their leading carrier in week 1 only had 16 yards. In week 2 only had 40. And in week 3, their leading rusher left the game with 86 yards. So gotten better every week. It'll be interesting to see how much running they try to do against this Bulldogs stout front 7.
Another pistol formation. 3 receivers out to the far side of the field. It's going to be a throw to the middle, and it's picked off inside the Bulldog 45-yard line. Thievery in the Bulldog defensive backfield. That's 35 jumping the route. Ethan Burrows.
Just a phenomenal job to read that. The safety was playing in the box, just a little shell zone, not playing anything deep, just trying to take away that quick RPO read. That's exactly what he does. He jumps the route to perfection and lays out to make the grab.
Danny Avila's first opportunity is picked off by the Bulldogs, so Adrian gets possession. Their second time with the football. It's going to be at their 44-yard line. Another takeaway by the Bulldog transfer. It's going to be a power run. Brueggemann bounces it to the outside to the left. He's going to get tripped up at his ankles. Can't go sideways, and he's going to be dropped for a loss at about the 40. Oh, they'll mark him way back at the 38-yard line.
It's interesting because this Olivet defense got ran all over in week 1. Obviously, we're 3 weeks later, but they gave up 260 yards to Rochester, New York. Only 260 on the ground. They only threw for 73 yards in that game. So
they'll move it actually to the 41-yard line. So lost about 3. Boudry's going to grab the shotgun snap. Looking deep middle. Aberger's open inside Olivet territory. Over to the 40. Scampers out at around the 37-yard line. So Boudry finds his safety blanket, Ethan Aberger.
Well, we don't have our fancy little graphic this week, but if I'm not mistaken, that's 19 straight without a drop.
You'll have to do it by hand as we have limited resources. Aberger in motion left behind the quarterback, Boudry, who will take. It's a triple option. Boudry's going to keep it himself, lower the shoulder as he gets to the 35-yard line. Physical tackle right there by the Comet linebacker. That was 42, Javon Peterson, and this guy's been all over the field here in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, and this defense is reading what the Bulldogs want to do. They're not throwing anything crazy at the Olivet defense. They're kind of sticking to what they've been doing that's worked the past 2 weeks, and they might have to really get some unique plays out of that playbook here soon.
Boudry talking with Isaiah Simon, longtime Bulldog center, 56, crouches in his stance. Boudry in the gun, stands at his 39-yard line. Aberger in motion. It's going to be a fake run to Ethan. Flip pass to Trey Brueggemann in the flat. Hurdles the man, gets airborne, and lands down hard at the 26-yard line.
He got some height on that one.
Looked like it was Javarian Jones, the freshman defensive back. Another young man from Florida coming up to Olivet.
And that's a big play by Brueggemann. That's his 3rd catch in just 2 weeks. His first 2 weeks of the season, he didn't have a single one.
So it should be a 1st and 10 at the 26. And the down marker didn't change. The Olivet head coach already has his ball cap off. He's contesting the spot. Eric Gator, not happy early. 1st and 10 Bulldogs at the 26. Handoff to Brueggemann. Brueggemann looking to break it outside, gets to the 25, and he's upended at the 24. Number 1, Aaron McCray, the sophomore from Farmington Hills, Michigan, credited with the tackle. So the running game hasn't been perfect. Boudry's been pretty good through the air thus far. From the 24-yard line of Olivet, right hash. Pregame goes in motion out of the backfield. It's empty for Boudry. No score, approaching 8.5 to go in the first. Ian Wentz, Sean Whitmer on the call. Boudry, shoulder fakes, throws Aberger toward the end zone. Bounced around, incomplete. Good coverage out there. Is it 33? Earl Arrington Jr.
That might be the first play that we could take into consideration.
Oh, that's true, Sean.
Ending the streak.
Yes.
It's hard to tell from this angle if that hit Aberger's hands or if it hit the back of the defender there.
So it brings up a third down for this Bulldog offense. In their gray pants, their white jerseys, numbers in black. Black helmets, the gold stripe down the middle with bruiser's paw on either side. Two receivers right, two left, shotgun snap, run fake. Boudry looking end zone for Aberger again. He threw it out of bounds and incomplete. And there's a flag on this play. It's at the Olivet 20-yard line. A legal man downfield is the early indication. That is the call. Gotta wonder, a couple end zone shots here, Sean, if this offense doesn't want to go for this regardless.
Full lineman downfield, offense number 77. That penalty is declined.
So Olivet declines the penalty. It's on the left tackle, Bryce Keller, 6'5", 328-pound junior out of Temperance. Went to Sean's high school. Whitmer, you knew where that joke was coming. So the offense stays out here. Brady Raymond substituting in. He's a little hybrid player, tight end, wide receiver. He's split out wide to the right. Aberger in the slot to the right. Quinn Hiram in the slot to the left, and Whitaker out wide. Boudry on a 4th down and 8. Looking near sideline, catch made by Aberger. He's got to spin upfield. He got pushed over the line to gain for a first down. I think the Comet tackle gave him the first down yardage.
Complete to a banger.
I believe so, but there's...
Boy, that was a vicious hit, and all that player's hurt.
By number 17, Riley Laird.
That's the man that's down, Riley Laird, sophomore out of Sherwood. 5'8", $155. Sean, that's a comeback route to the sideline, and when Ethan turned, he was short of the line. Got fortunate on that tackle that threw him over.
I think I'm going to make the official call and say that's catch number 20. Due to the effort, we're going to give him 20 in a row.
Check with the sports information department. Got the injured Comet off the field, and it will be a 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs, so unsuccessful on 3rd. They are successful on 4th as Boudry's been looking to the air quite a bit this afternoon. 8:14 to play, first quarter. Bulldogs and Comets scoreless tie. The second possession for Adrian. This is off the Ethan Burrows interception. 3 receivers out left. Whitaker alone to the right. Might have a matchup there one-on-one if Boudry wants it. He's going that way. Whitaker goes up, makes a one-handed catch. Did he stay in bounds? He did! Bulldog touchdown! How about that great grabber, number 16?
And Boudry's pass.
Braden Whitaker is trying to make a case here as the number 1 wide receiver, twirling into the corner of the end zone, reaching up with just one paw and securing the catch as he tumbles out the back.
Boy, yeah, tiptoed that.
Whitaker on the reception.
That out of bounds line. Boudry with a touchdown pass. I know this bird's eye view, Sean. I saw the one-on-one coverage, and so did Boudry for the touchdown. So here goes Boyke. He'll try the extra point. Snap is good. The hole is good. They got a piece of it, but Boyke gets it through.
Score now stands.
It's impressive because me and you could have seen that double one-on-one coverage from up here. It just shows the level of talent Boudry has. He's seen it from down there.
That's right. Bulldogs strike on their second possession with 1 second, under 8 minutes to go in the first. It's Adrian College 7, University of Olivet nothing. You're listening to Bulldog Football on the Adrian College Sports Network. To Olivet, MIAA football season opener. Ian Wendt, Sean Whitmer, and the Adrian College Bulldogs lead at 7-0 as Jack Boyke's kick will be fielded at about the 6-yard line. To the 15, to the 20, 25-30, gets a block going toward the edge. He's got the sideline to the 45, near the 50, and that's where he's bumped out of bounds. Big time return to Christian McMillan. And there is some laundry on the field at the Olivet 45. Tell you what, Sean, they got the red jerseys and silver numbers, and sometimes, far away, hard to get the number. And it will be a hold on Olivet. Steve Wormuth, freshman DB from Sterling Heights. And we're going to say freshman a lot today. These Comets are in a rebuild mode for sure. A lot of freshmen on this team. Just the 5 seniors listed on the roster.
You can come and get it right up here, press box.
So the penalty puts it back at the Comet 35 on the right hash. Avila takes the pistol snap, hands it off left side, met by Simons in the hole. Is the ball free? No, he just squirmed through that pressure. Give him about 7. Johnson with the carry that time.
That's a really impressive run out of Johnson there to just bounce off tackles and continue to drive the legs. He's been their lead back the past 2 weeks. Last week having 12 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown. Nothing to scoff at there. 12 carries for 86.
Jabari Triplett, one of the Bulldogs, credited with a tackle. He's a 5'11 junior out of Toledo, playing corner for Adrian College today. Second down and about 3 for the Comets. Handoff right side. There's some room right near the line to gain. Pushed back, though. It's going to be awful close as Liam Carey. So we're going to see quite a bit. Number 5, the Bulldog middle linebacker, makes the tackle.
Looked like he was trying to get a quick little rip in there to steal it away from Olivet and get the second straight turnover for this Bulldogs defense. As this defense had an interesting second half last week. Only played 3 total plays in the second half of the game for the Bulldogs. The starting defense, that is.
That's right. Didn't see the field until inside 7 minutes of the third. Speaking of third and 1 for the Comets. They scrimmage from their own 44. They need the 45. 2 tight ends shifting around from right to left. Avila in the pistol. It's going to be a quarterback run to the left. Looking for blocking. It's going to be hit right at the line and pushed back. Boy, this will depend on the spot. It's awful close. And in my years of calling MIAA football, if it's close, they'll move the chains. They're going to say 4th down. Well, they gave it a half-yard back. I thought he was right at the 45, Sean. And again, displeasure from the Comets coach, and the offense stays on the field.
Wouldn't be surprised to see the same play here. Just another quick quarterback power. Maybe add a misdirection in there to try to free up a lane. And they might go QB sneak.
Quarterback goes under center. Snap, gives to the up back. He's hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss. The Bulldogs turn him aside. How about that defensive front? 91 celebrating. That's Chris Jackson. And the big 97, Andrew Van Dyke, pushing that pile, and the Comets turn it over on downs.
Well, if they would have went with the QB sneak like I thought they were going to, I think they had it. But they turn and give to the fullback. Bulldogs do a great job at sniffing it out and blow up the play.
Eric Geider is not a happy coach right now. His offense has turned the football over twice, this one on downs. The last possession on an interception. So Adrian takes possession. 5:22 to go in the first. Bulldogs up 7-0. They scrimmage from the UO 44. Snap and the give to one of the running backs in there. Carson Schrader wearing number 18 today, the sophomore running back out of Brighton. So we've mentioned every week, transfer from Valparaiso. He's going to sub out of this game. Big-bodied
running back, 6'2". It normally takes him a while to get going, too. That's his best first carry of the game. That's his best one.
2nd and 4, Boudry looking to pass. Pressure up the middle, finds Aberger down the middle anyway. 1st and 10 AC as he eclipses the 25-yard line. There was some big-time pressure right in Boudry's face. Nice connection to number 3.
Aberger does a great job at just getting open and making himself available to Boudry. He shows the hands, he flashes the number so Boudry knows where to hit him perfectly in stride and let Aberger continue on for a couple extra yards.
Place the ball at the Olivet 23-yard line. 1st and 10 Bulldogs. They punted on their first drive, scored a touchdown on their second. 4 receivers split to either side. Aberger in motion right to left. Fakes the give to Brueggemann. Boudry escapes one man. No, he can't. What a play in the Bulldog backfield. Big defensive lineman. Boy, his jersey's scrunched up. It looks like it is 92. Dontrell Thomas would not let Boudry go. That's a 2nd sack for Boudry.
I'm a little concerned with if it was part of the play call or if Brueggemann stumbled. But if Brueggemann stays on his feet there, he probably picks up Thomas and Boudry doesn't get sacked. Brueggemann fell to his face on that.
Loss of 5, 2nd and 15. Boudry snaps it over the middle to Aberger. Gets through one man and he's wrestled down by his shoulder pads at the Comet 15. Gains about 13. It'll be a 3rd and short for the black and gold as they're looking for score number 2 in this one. It is Olivet's homecoming. Pretty good crowd here at UO. Or if you're an old timer, OC. Back in the day, Olivet College. So another 3rd down for these Bulldogs. Call it 2 from the Comet 15. 3 minutes and counting to go in the first.
Looks like
Brueggemann will take the shotgun snap. Power run to the right. He has the 1st down and more as he eclipses the 10. Leans ahead to about the 6. It will be a 1st and goal for the Bulldogs. Gosh, you line a tight end up over the guard and you send Schrader in motion. A lot of people there to get through if you're the Comet defense.
And none of them too small to get through either.
No.
Schrader's 6'2", Brueggemann 6'1". I think the smallest tight end on this Bulldog.
298. And it's another run for Brueggemann. He has the edge, he has the blocking. He's going to waltz in for a Bulldog touchdown. Side, and Brueggemann has 6 more.
Yeah, Brueggemann does a great job at reading the hole there. We've seen him get a little bit antsy earlier and try to bounce runs to the outside. Right there, he does his job to perfection, finds the lane, and takes it for 6.
So the defense again turns into some offense for Adrian College. Turnover on downs by the Comets. Short field for the Bulldogs. The snap, the hold, the kick all look good. That's because they are. With 2 and 10 to go in the first quarter, it's your Adrian College Bulldogs 14, the University of Olivet Comets nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds right here on the Adrian College Sports Network. Comets homecoming, and we welcome you into the Adrian College Sports Network. Ian Wentz, Sean Whitmer. Another short touchdown drive for the Adrian offense after the defense turns aside the Comets. And Jack Boyke will kick into a slight breeze and into the sun here in central Michigan. So run up and the boot. This will be fielded at the 3 to the 10, 15. Meets some resistance at the 25. Slips through one up to the 26-yard line, and that's where he's dropped. And the Comets get their 3rd possession of the afternoon. You're not in need to score territory. You can't afford to keep turning this football over, though.
No, and the Comets offense has really ran through the air these past few weeks. This week they've thrown one pass. It was intercepted. Really would like to see them start to maybe air it out a little bit more, get to what they're good at, and just sling this ball all over the field.
Comets yet to pick up a first down today. So they scrimmage from their own 27 on the right hash. Avila takes the snap, run through the middle. There's Liam Carey bouncing and dragging him down right near the line of scrimmage. Also, number 8, this guy was all over the place last week. That's, of course, Bennett Gildy, the outside linebacker.
Yeah, he was our player of the game going into halftime, and then he only played 3 plays in the second half, so had to go elsewhere. But, of course, Bulldogs kickoff team forced back-to-back turnovers in the third quarter of last week's game. Second down and 8 for Olivet. Give it to the tailback. Hit hard at the 34-yard line. Well, Ethan Burrows comes up and lays a big-time hit after about a pickup of 5. Burrows not a small safety at all for the Bulldogs. 6'3" and 210, junior out of Essexville, Michigan. No, and Burrows comes flying downhill on that play. He's already got an interception. He seems to really be playing in the box in today's action, so almost an extra linebacker for this Bulldogs defense.
AC shows pressure right up the middle. Avila from the pistol, looks to pass, throws near side, tipped away and incomplete. There's 35 again making the play. Fourth down for the Comets. We'll see if they are going to punt this football away. I would think so, and they will.
I wonder if Ethan Burrows has put a bug in the ACTV office. I got asked earlier this week who our player of the month should be, and that was one of the names mentioned. I started steering things in another direction. Maybe I'm going to have to start steering things right back that way.
Oh, making the case. 44 seconds left in the first quarter. Punt formation for the Comets. Bulldogs don't quite get home. Here's a high spiraling kick. Aberger with a fair catch inside the 30. Bulldogs will have to go 72 yards if they want to score again. And that's what they've done the last 2 drives, 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. 38 seconds left in the first quarter.
Yeah, their first drive sputtered on them, but these last 2, they've really been rolling on ground or air. It hasn't really mattered which one.
Ethan already today, 4 catches and 62 yards. Braden Whitaker, 2 for 23 and the touchdown. Pregame leads the Bulldogs with 5 carries and 12 yards. He gets split out wide to the left side of the field. So Boudry's alone in the gun. Comets rush 5. Quick out pass caught by Whitaker. Drags his defender toward the 34-yard line. Give him about 6 on the catch. Second down and medium. Boudry just about 70% completion today. 8 of 11. So he approaches 100 yards already.
Whitaker is definitely their catch and contact guy. Just get him the ball and let him run through contact, pick up some extra yards as he did there.
Just a sophomore is Whitaker. This will be a run to Pregame, another sophomore. Getting through the first line. Now the second, he's up over the 50 and down at the 47-yard line of Olivet. That's the middle of that line doing work for the Bulldogs, and that's the final play of our opening quarter. It is Adrian College 14, University of Olivet 0. Bulldogs marching and leading. This is Bulldog football on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News & World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities
Of the press box here at the University of Olivet. Ian Wentz, Sean Whitmer. Bird's eye view today for the MIAA season opener football style. It's Adrian College 14 and the University of Olivet 0. A lot of good in that first quarter, and again, it's this defense adding another quarter to that consecutive shutout streak. They haven't allowed a point in now 9 consecutive quarters. In fact, 7 points all season. That's one of the best in Division III football. Also, that interception adds to their turnover margin, which is also one of the best in Division III football in the nation.
Yeah, and the Comets got really lucky there on that last play before the end of the quarter. Taking a look at it, Calvin Green listed as a fullback, number 40. He does a great job at chasing down, continuing pursuit on Brueggemann, and jumping on his back, because I don't think the defensive back would have brought Brueggemann down by himself.
Braden Whitaker, the sophomore from Dundee, alone to the left side. It's going to be a run for Carson Schrader, following his big offensive lineman down to the Comet 40, getting pushed toward the line to gain. Give him 8 on the first down carry. This is a nice new look here, Sean. You have Schrader and Brueggemann in the backfield at the same time.
Yeah, a little split back set for the Bulldogs. That's something I've kind of wanted to see out of this offense, because when you have 2 big running backs like that, you can easily create misdirection. You can create a little bit of deception with where you're going, and if they want to run triple option, that's the best way to do so.
Another tackle for Javon Peterson. Bulldogs to the line quickly, second and short. Play action pass, catch by Brady Raymond, spinning through a would-be tackler, lowers that shoulder and dives down at the 33 of Olivet. It will be a 1st and 10 black and gold. There's a former quarterback from Pinckney High School making a catch.
Yeah, and Brady Raymond, last time he played quarterback for the Bulldogs was in the last season that they traveled to play here in Olivet, Michigan.
Took a lot of hits that season. Tough kid, number 7. So it's a 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs, leading 14-0, 13 and 46 to go before half. Some jet motion there for number 3. You just want to get your playmakers the football any way you can.
Yeah, and that's their number 1 playmaker right there. Ethan Aberger does not give up on any play as he fights his way through for pretty sizable gain on first down.
Peterson on the tackle again.
Second down, and they'll call it 5 for the Dogs. Whitaker out wide left. Aberger in the slot to the left. Man in motion is Brady Raymond. It's all a ploy. They give it to Brueggemann. He gets dropped for a loss. Back near the 30-yard line. That's another tackle in the backfield. 92, Dontrell Thomas, again, a sophomore from Clinton Township.
Yeah, and I think that's the triple option that they've been trying to run. Running Brady Raymond there in that orbit motion behind Boudry and Brueggemann. Boudry just, I think he misread it, gave it to Brueggemann when he should have kept it and flipped it over to Raymond.
12.5 to go in the half from the 29-yard line, 3rd and 6 for the Bulldogs. Boudry with pressure, throws it out to Brueggemann, makes one man miss, gets to the 30, spinning at the 25. He's going to be close to that line to gain. They'll give it to him by about a yard. That's a good awareness by Boudry and a great effort by Brueggemann.
Almost have to do a double take when you sit there and say Brueggemann made a man miss. He's normally all power when he runs the football, but that time he did a great job at just a slow side cut to get inside that defender.
As we open up conference play, we'll be giving you scores for other games that are in action. Big one over on the west side of the state today as Aberger goes in motion. Boudry going to flip it out to him on the right side. Looking for a block from Ryan Brumley. Gets through the tackle as he's out near the 17-yard line. Halftime at Hope. It is the Flying Dutchman 16 against the Alma Scots 14. Alma scored 14 in the first quarter, and Hope scored 16 in the second. Those are the preseason favorites to win the conference. Other games scheduled for today, of course, our game kicked off at 2. Trine is at Albion tonight at 6. And then the late game, Calvin hosting Kalamazoo over in Grand Rapids. 11:15 to go before half. Bulldogs up 14-0 and looking for more. There's a power look with the Bulldog formation as well. Brueggemann takes the direct snap, follows his blocking over the left guard. Needed 5, probably got 4, depending on the spot, maybe 5. Looks to be a 3rd down and short coming up.
Boudry's lining up like he's going to be under center, and it looks like they're bringing in a different running back as both the power backs have left the field.
That's 28 Tyler Morgan freshman out of Toledo. He's seen some action in the last 2 games.
Yeah, and he had a phenomenal hurdle on a long run last week. Got some height, and then
that he did.
Didn't have much to do afterwards as he got hit pretty quickly, but he got over the man he tried to.
Play clock at 3. Boudry takes the snap, fakes the give to Morgan. Boudry has some green grass, and he's down inside the 5 for a first and goal. Set grass meant turf. First down Bulldogs at about the 2.5.
Would like to see Boudry slide down there, but I do like that he didn't try to carry the man into the end zone. Once he got grabbed, he just protected the football, take the turf.
If you were parked at the gas station, your car could be missing very soon.
Funny announcement over the PA. First and goal, Bulldogs. Morgan, the man in motion, fakes the give, and Boudry gets swallowed up at the 6. Coming in to make that stop is the linebacker, Carlton Freeman. Boy, both options weren't there, the give and the keep.
Yeah, that's just trying to protect the... Boudry simply just protecting the poor exchange there. Decided to eat it himself instead of having a fumble that would have certainly been a turnover.
Second and goal for the Bulldogs. The announcement was to move your car if you're parked at a local business nearby. Boudry looking for another touchdown pass near corner. Whitaker couldn't hang on the pylon. Might have been out of bounds anyway if he caught it. Third and goal for Adrian College.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I seen white turf fly up, so I think the first foot hit that back line by Whitaker.
Here comes some extra bodies. Drew Kelbert, the tight end. Trey Brueggemann and Carson Schrader will be in the backfield likely.
You mean to tell me we might be getting some more Bulldog?
Looks like it. Brueggemann barking out the play to his offensive lineman. Whitaker, the man in motion left to right. Fake to Whitaker. Brueggemann has the edge. He's going to walk in for another Bulldog rushing touchdown, and that's 2 for number 2 this afternoon. He literally walked over the goal line looking back at the defense.
Brueggemann does a great job there. As you mentioned, he walked in, no contest, and nobody even made an effort for him once he broke free. That's 2 touchdowns for number 2, and he had 2 touchdowns last week as well. So 4 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks for Trey Brueggemann.
Joe Pruchnick and Matthew Hall, part of that Bulldog offensive line, as the extra point for Jack Boyke is true. So with 8:53 left before the half, it's Adrian College Bulldogs 21 and the University of Olivet Comets nothing. This is Bulldog football on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
About an hour and a half drive or so from Adrian this morning to make it up here. Ian Wentz, Sean Whitmer on the call with you this afternoon. 2 rushing touchdowns for Trey Brueggemann. 8 carries, 20 yards, and 2 scores for the running back. Noah Boudry, 12 of 16, a $137, and a touchdown today. Kicker Jack Boyke puts it high. Will be returnable at the 5-yard line. Looking for blocking at the 10. Pushed back near the 15, and a quick wrap-up and a throwdown on the near side of the field. I think that was Tyler Morgan. Yeah, 28, the running back, making a play on special teams.
How about that for a little bit of change of pace for Tyler Morgan?
Well, that can get you playing time, right? On offense, if you make plays on special teams. We've seen 31 Tim Simons, junior D-back, make plays on special teams. We've seen him on the defensive side of things as well. I believe he's playing safety to the field side. Comets throw it outside, and it's going to be incomplete. A big-time hit by the aforementioned 31. Luckily, not called for a late hit. New Comet in at quarterback. It's the senior Charlie Grant, 6 foot 205 out of Charlotte.
That's an interesting situation, because maybe a situation we're going to want to monitor as well, because we didn't even really see many throws out of Avila.
Maybe mispronouncing that name, Charlotte. Oh, here's a tackle right in the hole. Met by a pack of Bulldogs. Running back couldn't get through the initial wave. Jalen Johnson meets Liam Carey, and also Bennett Gildy.
Yeah, I think Steven Marino was the first one to dive in there and make first contact, and then he let that host of Bulldogs, that pack of dogs, as you mentioned, come in and clean things up for him, but ended up at the bottom of the pile.
An exciting freshman, 63, Derek Bush in the ball game, freshman from Perrysburg, Ohio. 3 down linemen for the Bulldogs. They're showing some pressure. Here's the snap to Grant. Looks right side, throws there through his receiver's hands, and it falls incomplete. His intended target was a freshman, Wade Brashears, and the Comets will punt once more. A couple of negative plays by UO.
That's a rare misread by Quincy Dorsey as well. As normally on overthrows like that, Dorsey's making a play towards the ball. That time he read it a little bit slower than usual and came in late trying to make a hit on the receiver.
Hudson Hawks listed as the starting punter for Olivet. It's been busy today, a 4th and long. It's a rolling punt. Aberger's going to let it go, and the Comets will down it right at the 35-yard line. So nice punt by Mr. Hawk. So I'm hearing all the way up here, Sean, 75 Kyle Cruzen, the junior from Reed City, letting his offense have it on the near sideline.
Yeah, and you need a vocality that's willing to get in the face of your teammates, and you're not scared if you make some friends upset. You're just trying to fire everyone up, light a fire, and get things rolling to be successful going forward. It's conference play after all.
It is. I mean, look, if you're an Olivet fan, you've had some bad losses in the first 3 weeks. But that all erases. And Adrian's had good wins. Those really don't matter when you get into MIAA play. Run to the middle, Pregame. There's some daylight for Trey at the 50, 45-40, 30, 25-20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! That's Trey for Trey. And a Bulldog lead of 27 here, middle second quarter.
Wow, once Trey Brueggemann hits that hole, there's not much you can do. DBs are not going to be able to tackle him one-on-one, as he can stiff arm you, run through you, or make you miss. Right there, untouched on his way, escorted into the end zone by Braden Whitaker.
I'd have to check the replay. It looked like they pulled the right tackle and right guard right into the hole on the left side, and Brueggemann scampers for a long Bulldog touchdown. As number 30, Jack Boyke, puts the kick through, but there's a flag on that play.
There is a penalty flag on the play.
We'll await the call for this one. Be sure to tune into our post-game show with Sean's selection of the player of the game. 3 touchdowns in the first half. Pretty good for Trey Brueggemann thus far. As there's a zebra huddle at the Olivet 5. Both teams are on their sideline, so it might be either decline or something after the kick, and they'll do it, enforce it on the kickoff.
It's an extra point. That is good. There is no foul on the play for leaping.
Oh, so it was initially a leaping call. They're going to wave off the flag, so we're going to keep it right here with a 28-0 lead for Adrian College. Ian Wett and Sean Whitmer with you. Conference opener for both these teams. Bulldogs on the road for the second time. Last time we were on the road was down in Valparaiso, Indiana. Signature win for the Bulldog program, 10-7 over the Beacons. Then they came home week 2 and put it to Teal College, 76-0. And then, I don't know, was it disappointment? 57-0 last week, especially after you see the 76.
It felt a little disappointing, just based on the first half alone. That was really what everybody was kind of upset about, but
right,
you only put up
with
20.
The center fielder, NCAA baseball team.
He's going to start making his name known more as a place kicker here in football if he keeps up this kind of work.
That's right. And, I've talked to Coach Joe Palka on the radio before, and, if there's one area this team has not been excellent at, it's been special teams. They've missed a couple of kicks. They've had a couple of bad snaps. So that's a good sign to see Boyke send that through the back of the end zone and make all 4 extra points. So 1st and 10 for the Comets. Charlie Grant, the senior, from the shotgun. Looks to pass, rolling out to the right. Checking in. Oh, he gets lit up by Liam Carey. Should have thrown it, young man. That's a sack for the Bulldog linebacker. Oh, you heard that hit all the way up here.
I felt it all the way up here. Liam Carey did not shy away from laying the boom on the quarterback. Perfect form tackle as well. But how about the effort from Grant to keep his legs up, trying to fight through after that lumber was laid.
And there was just nowhere for the QB to throw. Coverage sack. 2nd down and called 17. Comets have 2 to the right, 1 out to the left. Grant looking left. Bulldogs bring pressure, thrown behind the intended receiver, but caught by the man behind him. And there's a flag in the Comet backfield. Some hands to the face or a holding as we await the official word.
Grant's pass is complete to number 3, Herbert Crawford.
It was Herbert Crawford with the reception for Olivet. We'll see if it stands.
Penalty on the play.
You can usually tell what the penalty is if you look at the head coach.
Holding, offense, number 68.
And it will be holding on the Comets.
2nd down.
Rodney Elise, freshman, 6 foot 250 out of Orlando, Florida. Boy, Olivet went down south to find a lot of their talent.
That's a really tough call there for this Comets squad. You make a nice play, you get back to the line of scrimmage, and a holding brings you back even further.
Yeah, about a 20-yard difference on the play. 2nd and forever, Grant. Throws near side, through his receiver's hands, dropped at the 15. That's Crawford who just made that tough catch earlier. He was sandwiched by Maddox Woods and Liam Carey. If I hear those footsteps, I might drop a pass or two.
Yeah, Maddox Woods, one of those players that just lives in the weight room, and you know he wants to hit you because that's what he loves to do. That's what he loves about football, is just hitting people as hard as he can. So very smart player, but not somebody that I'd want to run up against.
6.5 to go in the half. 28-0 AC. Dogs bring 3. Quarterback rolling right. Caught. No. Dropped in the flat. Hit him right in the hands. That's a tough drop for the Comet receiver.
Julian Toscano falls incomplete. 4th down.
Julian Toscano. That's a back-breaking drive. You have a nice catch waved off by a penalty, and then back-to-back drops by your wide receiver and your tight end.
We'll see if Aberger gets a chance to return one here. As he always seems like he really wants it until the very last second when he pulls away.
Another punt coming up for Essen Hawks. Hawks punts it away from Aberger on the far side. Bounces, hits Ethan at the 50, and he scrambles back on it at the Comet 47. Again, as you mentioned, kind of an in-betweener. He didn't come up to field it. Now there is a breeze behind him. That might have influenced things, but a good break for the Bulldogs. Comets nearly stole a possession.
I wouldn't even call it a break for the Bulldogs. That's just Aberger making a mistake and cleaning it up himself. He got a little bit too antsy, reached down for the football, and, well, he doesn't play baseball. So the ground ball ran up on him, and he had to recover quickly.
Pregame today, 9 carries, 85 yards, 3 touchdowns. He scampered for 65 his last time on the field. Boudry is quarterback, will take the shotgun snap, fake a run to Aberger, now flips it out to Ethan. Speed at the 50, the 45, the 40, 35, runs out of bounds at around the 32, 33-yard line. Fake it to him, throw it to him. Nice play call there by Tyler Palka.
And if I'm not mistaken, that's 24 straight for Ethan Aberger.
Pushed out by number 51, Mackay Foster.
I might have missed one in there somewhere, but
I mean, he's had his fair share of catches today. 5 for 67. Averaging 13.4 a catch. First down, Bulldogs at the 32 of the Comets. Boudry run fake. Gets hit up high, spinning through one tackle and a second. Boudry to get inside the 30. Not sure how that wasn't a face mask as his head got turned around. But Noah avoids a sack, picks up a couple yards on first down.
Well, I've never seen a helmet turn sideways and not seen a flag come out, but Boudry's there in the backfield while getting the signal. That's a very odd situation.
Adrian's offense has 13 first downs, Comets with 0. Looking for 14 right here. It's going to be a run to Quinn Hiram over the left side. Gets through 1 to the 25 and down to the 21-yard line. Maybe the 22, and the Onstead grad picks up an Adrian College first down. So there's first down 14. That's their 4th first down rushing.
On the carry.
Bulldogs have run 35 plays, 254 yards. Comets have run 15, and they've gained 12 yards this afternoon. 28-0 our score, 4.5 before the half. Boudry setting up a screen. Reception made by Hiram, gets through a couple as he's near the 15. In fact, right at the 15.
Boudry's pass to number 4.
Getting Quinn Hiram involved. And talking with Coach Palka pregame, you have to get other guys some experience. And they did that week 2, they did that week 3, because conference play, I mean, knock on wood, you stay healthy all year, but chances are you're not going to be 100% through the whole season. Maybe number 4 Hiram could be some kind of fill-in for Aberger should they need it. They're both on the field at the same time now. Give is to Aberger. Gets a block from Hiram. Stumbles at the 16 and goes down right at the line of scrimmage. Good work by Olivet's number 6, Christian McMillan, sophomore defensive back from Springfield, Ohio.
42, Javon Peterson pushed him out of bounds.
That's another situation where this Bulldogs running game is really trying to bounce everything to the edge instead of just cut it up the field, run north-south, get what you can, and live to fight another day.
3rd down and 4 officially from the Comets 15. Aberger goes in motion left to right. Boudry throws middle, got his man inside the 5, a sliding grab right there by Ryan Brumley, the big tight end.
Boudry's pass to number 6.
Just adds another element to this Adrian offense. 6'5", 245-pound senior out of Linden, Michigan.
Yeah, and Brumley corrected me as I said last week that long catch he had was his longest. He found me after the game and said it was my 3rd longest. He said he'd had 2 longer than that previously, so
he knows. Little power look. Hand off to Brueggemann. He's in for another Bulldog score. That is 4 first-half touchdowns for Trey Brueggemann. And it's all Bulldogs here in the conference opener. 34-0 with the extra point coming up.
And this is what we expected to see in the first half last week.
True, yes. Now again, we've been mentioning throughout the broadcast, new coaching staff for Olivet. I would say 90% of their roster is freshmen. 5 seniors. It is all Bulldogs, 35-0. AC out in front. This is your home for Bulldog football, the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu adrian.college.campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
It's a Bulldog party here in Olivet. 35-0. Bulldog football team leading the University of Olivet. 2:34 left in the first half. Trey Brueggemann with quad touchdowns in this first two quarters. Jack Boyke will run up for the kickoff. Sends it into the Olivet sky, bounces 5 yards into the end zone, and will stop right through the end line. So Boyke boots it through the end zone officially. Comets looking for something, Sean, looking for anything on the offensive side of the ball. And, despite the losses, talking with the Bulldog head coach, it's been a team that's been able to score some points. 28 points the last few times out there. It's been their defense that's been issues through the first three games. But today, this offense has done next to nothing.
Yeah, and we haven't seen Avila since, I believe, the third drive of the game, as Grant is still under center here for this Comets squad.
Takes, throws it far sideline, overthrows his man at the 50. Bulldog in coverage there was Tabari Triplett. Never had a shot to catch that.
That was his fourth straight overthrow for Grant there. Just feeling this pressure from this Bulldogs squad and putting things a little bit too high.
Intended target there was Carter Leatherwood, a freshman out of Auburn Hills. It's a Pontiac High School. Olivet has 16 plays. Bulldogs have 15 first downs in this first half. It's a 2nd and 10 for the Comets. Going middle off his hands and picked off. Burrows at the 30 to the 20. Inside there to the 12-yard line. That's 2 today for Ethan Burrows. And he sets up his offense with a 1st and 10.
Grant's pass intercepted.
Boy, do I feel like I might need to reach out to someone on the bus ride back and make some corrections, as Ethan Burrows is making me eat my words here. Another interception. Tips and overthrows lead to turnovers. That's what they say at every level. And right there, if you're the wide receiver, you might have been better off letting that one hit you straight in the face mask.
Well, again, a Comet offense that's done next to nothing gives Adrian a golden opportunity here. 1st and goal, or 1st and 10 from the 12. 2 out to the left, 1 to the right. Power look. It's going to be a pitch play to Carson Schrader. Gets through a diving tackle at the 16 and dropped at the 15. Comet shot through the gap that time. I want to say it was 13. Kason Rios, the sophomore linebacker from New Caney, Texas.
Carson Schrader on the carry.
And that will bring us down to our 2-minute timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back in 60 seconds. It's Adrian College 35, University of Olivet nothing. This is Bulldog football right here on the Adrian College Sports Network.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
I'm a recent graduate from Michigan State University.
I'm an underwater cinematographer.
So I didn't really decide I wanted to become a pilot till after college.
Jetty is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
Involve yourself as many opportunities that you can.
The number one most important thing is knowing your own weaknesses. Proper planning.
Breakfast.
It's always something different, something new.
The fact that you can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
We welcome you back out to Olivet, Michigan, University of Olivet. Ian Wendt, Sean Whitmer with you. We have Tim Ambrose, our engineer today, and also Sean Whitmer, engineering, doing color commentary as well. Bulldogs are looking good in this first half, 35-0, 2 minutes to go in it. Second and long from the Comet 15 as the handoff is to Giorgio Pitts, as number 87 lost about a yard on that run. A sophomore from Ypsilanti, went to Huron High School.
Yeah, it's getting to a situation where you're starting to figure out who's who when it comes to backing up each individual role, as each person on offense does some different route trees and different assignments.
Two tight ends, Bromley and Calvert, along with Brady Raymond on the left side. A fake pitch to the left for Noah Boudry. He's rolling out to the near sideline, and he's going to escape out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And we'll see the Bulldog field goal unit come on as the Comet defense holds after the offense threw the football away.
4th down and 12 to go.
So Boudry got a couple. Again, this is a spot that, for how good the season's been, like to capitalize on this. It'll be a 31-yard try for Boyke from the right hash. Not really much, if any, breeze to speak of. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick bounces off the crossbar, and it goes through. A knuckleballer from Jack Boyke is good. That's about as odd a kick as you're going to see, as I think it got the PA guy, too, as that did go through. I don't think it was blocked. I think that was just a weird kick. So we'll keep it right here. $1:42 left in our first half. Hey, look, it was gross. It wasn't a good-looking kick, but it went through.
Yeah,
that's a confidence boost.
A knuckleballer from the baseball player shouldn't be too surprising, but
he'll say the laces weren't facing out, right? Yeah, laces weren't perfect. So that makes our score 38 for Adrian, nothing for Olivet. Jack Boyke good from 31. So he's had a busy first half. Minute 42 to go in it. They have a boombox on the sideline, Sean. Are they actually using that?
I believe they are.
Okay. It's Chase Barbosa holding it up for a moment. Boyke lines this thing up for another kickoff. Middle of the field at the 35. It's another flying saucer. Skipped through the return man's hands at the 10, picked up there, right to the 15. Avoids a man at the 20, gets up to the 25, maybe the 26-yard line. And that kick return was for... Can't get his number.
So Avila looks like he's okay on the sideline.
Okay. I'll just go in with the senior, Charlie Grant. Olivet with all three of their timeouts. Looking to pass. Jackson brings pressure, brings him up into the waiting arms of Caden Merlin. Brought him down for a 1-yard sack. So sophomore out of Ohio makes the stop. Comets to the line quickly. Going right side to throw it up. Caught at the 30, out at the 31-yard line is his receiver, Wade Brashears, out of Sanford, Florida.
And I believe that's going to be the first completion of the day for Grant there. Just looking to the flat, quick little arrow route.
Clock stops at 1:10. Olivet looking for their first down of this half, of this football game. They need 5 to get it right here. Grant from the pistol formation is running back behind him. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Grant feels pressure from Jackson, avoids it, dumps it off to his running back. That right there is the first down of this football game for the Comets. It's the pass catch for number 26, Ramel Frank, the junior running back out of Kalamazoo. And the final minute of the first half, the Comets move the sticks. Quick snap, Grant throwing that same spot, grabbed at the 50. Good for about 7 yards. Another one to Brashears, right at midfield.
This is what the Comets really need. They need to get their offense rolling, find the short routes, and continue to get things moving up the field.
Bulldogs show some pressure from the linebackers. Gildy and Carey, right in the middle. They both blitz. Gildy looking to get home, and he does! Drop back near the 40-yard line. Jackson, Gildy, Van Dyke combined for the tackle, and a timeout by the Comets.
Number 97, Andrew Van Dyke.
Timeout, Olivet. That's our first of the half.
Sean wants to take a break. That sounds good. We'll take a 30-second timeout. The Comets take one as well. It's a 3rd and 13 from their own 40 when we come back. Bulldog.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
College Sports Network. I'm Ian Wentz alongside Sean Whitmer up on top of the press box at the University of Olivet. So if we come back to campus, or the city of Adrian, you see our beautiful suntan. That'd be why. What a beautiful day. It really is. If we weren't on top of the press box, we'd be very much enjoying ourselves.
I'm still enjoying myself.
Oh, you're not a little warm? Not a little toasty?
Warm, but it's always a great day to be a Bulldog.
You are just something else. You know that? 3rd down and 13, and the Comets move. The right tackle jumped, and everyone throws their flag at him.
Penalty marker on the play.
58, Parker Seidelman, or
Prior to the snap.
is that 60? It's 58, isn't it?
Number 68.
Oh, 68.
5-yard penalty.
Rodney Elise.
Correction. 3rd down.
So back him up 5 more, put it at the 35, and it will be a third down and 18 for the Comets. 45 seconds to go before half. 3 receivers to the near side of the field. There was some early movement too, no flag. There's a hit on the quarterback as the pass goes high for his intended receiver on the far side of the field. I don't know. I think there should have been some flag on somebody on that play. Either Adrian was offside, the left tackle jumped, or there was a late hit on the quarterback, and none of those things happened.
Yeah, sometimes you just let it play as we're getting towards the end of the half here. Even the officials are getting a little bit tired. They want a break too.
Ethan Aberger stands at his own 35.5-yard line, awaiting this Olivet punt. It's a good one. Drives Aberger back. Fair caught at the 20 on a slide. And that's where Adrian will have it at the 20-yard line. 35 seconds to go. 3 timeouts. Do you just simply take a knee and go to the locker room, or do you try to put together some kind of offense?
First down, Adrian.
I'm hoping they try to put together some kind of offense. I think it would be fun to see what they can draw up, and you're getting to the point where you're starting to see some competitive defense. Even this Olivet defense is showing them some different looks. So do everything you can to get some reps in against this defensive scheme as you move into MIAA play.
You could take this as a situational. Say, hey, it's a tie ball game, or we're down. We have to score here with 35 seconds left. So Noah Boudry, the Bulldog quarterback, stands in the shotgun. Run fake to Schrader. Pass to Aberger at the 30. Wrestled down right at the line. And that looks to be a 1st and 10 for AC. And it will stop the clock briefly with 29 seconds.
And it looks like they are going to go tempo here.
Peterson on the tackle.
Clock moves again inside of 30. Boudry, check down pass. Carson Schrader eludes a man at the 40, 45, and there's a flag or 2 or 3 thrown on the play. And this one might be coming back, Sean.
Yeah, I think there's going to be something against Adrian here.
Penalty markers on the play.
In the area of blocking in the back or holding. About 3 different officials threw their flags, and it's right at the 40.
Illegal block in the back. Offense, number 7. 10-yard penalty.
It's a block in the back on the Adrian receiver, Brady Raymond. So they'll march it back 10 yards from the spot. And he did it at the 40. So they'll put it at the 30. We'll replay the down, 1st and 11 with 17 seconds to go.
Just adding in that yard there.
And it's going to be a run play through the middle. Schrader weaving his way to the 34-yard line. And that's going to do it. So the penalty kind of stymies that drive. Bulldogs open the half with a punt on offense, and they end the half running the clock out. And in between, 38 points in the first half. 4 touchdowns for Trey Brueggemann in that first half. Couldn't ask for a much better way to open up conference play, could you, Sean?
No, and Brueggemann's been their bell cow today. He's done everything he could. And if his day ends here, he's still going to be in a case for our conversations at the end of this thing. As when you can get 4 touchdowns in 2 quarters of play, your yardage doesn't really matter at that point.
And again, add another quarter to the scoreless streak for the Adrian College defense. That's 10 consecutive quarters now. 2 full games plus this first half, and a first half where they gave up 1 first down, and that was on Olivet's final drive. So a dazzling start by the defense. We'll see what's in store for the second half. The teams head to the locker room. We will as well, as our halftime is here at the University of Olivet, where it's the Adrian College Bulldog football team leading it 38-0. I'm Ian Wendt with Sean Whitmer on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Sigma Beta.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great, great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campusvisit.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Lesensky.
to the University of Olivet. Ian Wendt, Sean Whitmer on the call here this afternoon. You've been listening to Bulldog football here at the half. Well, it's the Trey Brueggemann Show. Band putting on a show, but Trey doing it for the Bulldogs here today as we're going to look at some of our first half numbers, and they were heavily lopsided to the visiting Bulldogs here this afternoon.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, Trey Brueggemann really doing everything for this Dogs squad. He has ran the ball 10 times. He's lost 7 yards, but he's gained 95. It's a net of 88 yards. He's got 4 touchdowns, along with a 65. He's also caught 3 passes for 36 yards to go along with it.
You look at some other numbers for the Dogs. Not flashy, but efficient for Noah Boudry. I mean, a quiet 209 yards through the air.
Yeah, he's been sacked 2 times. That's really the story of the game for Noah Boudry so far is, he'd stayed clean for the first 3 weeks. He hadn't really found himself on the ground. That includes the road trip to Valparaiso. Well, this Olivet team is throwing some unique stunts at the Bulldogs offensive line. That's allowing them to get into the backfield, and unfortunately, some of that magic just wears off eventually, and Boudry hasn't been able to escape the way he has in weeks past.
And, you look at the 38 points. We'll look at the team numbers, and this is where you just can simply look, how did the offense do? How did the defense do? And how did the special teams do? Offense was really good. Defense was spectacular.
Yeah, when you look at the first down discrepancy, 16-1, Bulldogs with 16 first downs, Comets with just 1 in that first half, and that's really been the biggest thing to take away, is also 11 carries for 1 yard. Of course, sack yards taking away from the yardage because they have had some positive runs on the ground, but only 25 passing yards for the Comets as well. It's just been a really rough day for their offenses. They haven't really been able to get anything going. I'd be interesting to see if maybe Avila comes back out in this second half and they start airing things out a little bit more the way we've seen in weeks past.
Yeah, Charlie Grant 3 for 10 with an interception. Just those 25 yards you mentioned, he was sacked 3 times here today. And defensively for these Bulldogs, Liam Carey and Bennett Gildy each with 3 tackles. Carey with a sack today. Caden Merlin credited with a sack as well with 2 tackles. And, of course, one of them being a tackle for loss. Let's look at our scoring summary, Sean, through our first half.
So, of course, Braden Whitaker opened up the day with that phenomenal one-handed grab in the back of the end zone, a 13-yard receiving touchdown, of course, thrown by Noah Boudry. Then you had the 4 straight Brueggemann touchdowns. First, a 5-yard run. Second, a 6-yard run. And then the 65-yard run. And then Trey for number 4. He ran in from 3 yards out.
Trey for number 4. I like it. And the quick nature of these Bulldog drives, too. 9 plays in 3 minutes, 51 seconds. 6 plays in 3 minutes, 12 seconds. The long drive was the 13-play, 72-yarder, took 6:45. And then the 1-play drive for the Brueggemann touchdown run, and then 7 for 47 yards in 3:44, and then a 4-play, minus 2-yard drive for that field goal for Boyke. So it's been the quick strike, big playability of the Bulldogs that's really dropped the hammer in this first half. And again, we're having kind of the same conversation in the last 2 halftimes. On the defensive side, it's about keeping that 0 up on the board. It's a prideful moment. It's one thing to do it in a non-league game. It's another thing to do it in the conference against an MIAA foe. Right now, a 38-0 score. And, Sean, you're a football player. That means a lot for these defensive guys.
Yeah, not just a football player, a defensive player. That's what I played. And when you can walk out and you can leave that 0 on the board, you can leave that goose egg up there, that's everything for you. That's you go home and you carry that like a chip on your shoulder, telling everybody, I was part of a defense that held 3 straight teams scoreless. They've only given up points in 1 quarter this season. We've played quite a few quarters for them to only give up points in 1 so far this season.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said. Update in the MIAA. Game in action right now. Beginning overtime in Holland, Michigan. Alma and Hope tied up at 23. That one in overtime. Alma scores 14 in the first, 9 in the third. Hope scores 16 in the second and 7 in the fourth quarter to tie the score at 23. So we'll keep an eye out on that one to see if the Scots or the Flying Dutchmen get a big MIAA win. Those are two of the preseason favorites. It went, I believe it was Alma Hope. Was Hope Alma? Hope Alma tied for first place votes, I think, if not very close. And then it was these Bulldogs at 3. And there was a gap really between those three schools, I think, until week 1 happened and people saw, oh, Adrian's for real. I think there are 3 teams in the MIAA that could make a bid for the conference championship and what would be a postseason berth. But a lot to get to before then. But that game right now happening overtime, Alma and Hope. T3 football fans, MIAA fans, keeping a close eye out on that one, in addition to our football game today, of course.
Yeah, Hope came into this week ranked in the top 25 in D3 football. So playing against Alma, who came in 1-2, they've beaten one school, but they've lost to Hanover and UW River Falls. So definitely not a game that Hope would have thought that they'd be in such a battle going into overtime, but Alma's not a bad football team. Despite the 2 losses, those are against 2 quality programs in Hanover and River Falls. They come into conference play the exact same way we expected them to. And I think you're right. I think Alma and Hope both were tied for first place votes. The only reason Hope was ranked above Alma is because Hope was ranked above Alma in the national polls.
Understood there. So they are in overtime. Hope has the football, again, tied at 23 in overtime with the Flying Dutchmen and the Scots. Bulldogs don't play these 2 teams till later on in the season. 2 more quarters here with Olivet, and then we come back home next week for a big-time battle with Albion College. That game will be, again, on the Adrian College Sports Network, back at Docking Family Stadium, and then a bye week, then off to Calvin.
Yeah, unfortunately won't be able to make the trip to Calvin, but really looking forward to the return home next week. And it's going to be family weekend. It's fall break. It's Bulldogs hosting Albion, which is always a fun one. Bulldogs traditionally not a big fan of the Albion football squad over there. They don't like each other too much, and it's become a rivalry of sorts over the past few years.
It's simply put, it's one of the oldest rivalries in college football. The MIAA, the first collegiate athletic conference in the country. 2 of the oldest members, Adrian and Albion. And if you look at the record books, it's interesting. If you go to the Adrian College website, it says the first time we played Olivet was 1954. If you go to Olivet's website, they have one from, I believe, 1895. It's been so long, folks. And here's the third quarter. Jack Boyke with the run-up and the kick. And this will bounce into and through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ball goes through the end zone, touchback.
And that's the third straight kick by Jack Boyke to find its way out of the end zone. So he's definitely feeling loose right now.
Update from Holland. Hope kicks a field goal in their first possession to go up 26-23. So Alma with a chance to tie it or win it over on the west side of the state. Here we are in Olivet. Comets with the football to open this third quarter. Will be Charlie Grant staying in a quarterback. He throws near side, caught at the 30, and sandwiched up at the 34-yard line is his receiver, Wade Brashears. And that's going to be a 9-yard pickup.
Number 2.
Second down and 1. The Chains really wanted to move. Cronus Davis makes the stop for the Bulldogs.
Second down, 1 to go.
Yeah, and the starting defense still out on the field for this Bulldogs team, so they're not ready to bring in any backups yet, which is a little bit unique compared to where we've been in weeks past. At 38-0, they would have probably brought in some more substitutes.
Second and short for the Comets. It's a run. Got about a yard or 2, and that's all he needed. Tackled by the Bulldog linebacker, Bennett Gildy, after a first down carry that time for Dorian Freeman, sophomore running back from Oak Park.
Gildy does a great job there going low on Freeman and just, he's biting at ankles. But when you can make a good grasp on that ankle and the running back has nowhere he can go with it.
Hope forces a fumble on Alma's possession, and the Dutchmen win it in overtime, 26-23. Here's a slant pattern caught, spinning at the 38 up to the 40 for a modest gain for the Olivet receiver.
Grant's pass is complete to number 11, Carter Leatherwood.
It's number 11, Carter Leatherwood. So a huge win for Hope. Alma went with a wide receiver screen, flip it back to the running back as he was running around. And Hope read it nicely and forced a fumble.
On the tackle, second down.
2nd and 17 for the Comets at their own 40. Shotgun snap, hang on, flags fly.
Marker on the play.
Almost looked like Olivet was going to run the same play right there.
It did.
Prior to the snap, false start.
It's a false start on UO, and that's on the wide receiver that just caught a pass, Carter Leatherwood. Always seems to work out that way. You make a play, then you're kind of called out on the next one. It's usually offensive linemen. We say, oh, this is a nice block by whoever it was, and next play, holding, false start. So it's a second down, and we'll call it 12 at the Olivet 35. 2 receivers right, 1 left. QB in the pistol, his running back's behind him. Turns to throw. Catch made at the 33, and he's dropped right at the 34-yard line. That's Liam Carey wrapping up the ball carrier. Looks like 82 right there. But Sean Mercier out of Detroit, Michigan, Martin Luther King High School.
Third down.
So lost about a yard.
It's interesting here. Bush is now playing defensive end in this defensive line package. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a stunt there.
Jackson lined up in the middle. It wasn't Jackson. They do try a twist. Here's a pass over the middle off the mark. As the Bulldogs safety came flying over, that is Tim Simons.
Incomplete.
Junior defensive back out of Gibraltar. And the Comets will punt. Harken back to the pregame interview with Adrian, head coach Joe Palka. The similarities between Olivet this year and Adrian last year. Bulldogs had a lot of young players on the field. They got some transfers in, and Olivet sort of suffering through that right now. A lot of freshmen on this team as this punt bounces at the 40 and rolls inside the Bulldog 35 to the 32.
Yeah, and I think Aberger got a little bit closer to that football than the coaching staff might have liked. As after the last 2 being some pretty sketchy fielded punts, you just want to, you know, they call it poison for a reason. You get away from it, you don't touch it, you don't even come close to sniffing it. Aberger's a very smart player, so he's willing to take that risk sometimes to try to draw Olivet into making a mistake, but the mistake they did not make there.
Spotted at the 32, 1st and 10. Boudry on a run. Boudry to the 40, 45-50 inside Comet territory, wrestled down at the 48-yard line. Little quarterback read run right there. Faked it to his running back, Carson Schrader, and took it himself for a first down. Nice concept there, pulling the left tackle, Bryce Keller. Trips out to the right, one alone to the left. Boudry goes right. Catch by Quinn Hiram. Makes a man miss. The 45 and the 40. Block gets him near the first down line. There is a flag in the Comets secondary at the 42.
Number 4, Quinn Hiram. There's penalty marker on the play.
Might be Brady Raymond getting caught here again.
Holding, offense, number 83. 10-yard penalty.
Going to get Drew Calvert, the tight end.
Play first down.
brother of Bulldog quarterback last year, Jake Calvert. Sure, he's got friends and family either here or tuned in. I kind of hope both. Listen to it while you're at the game?
Yeah, I think that's what my family did last weekend for homecoming, was listen to us call the game while they sat there.
Here's a diving catch by Whitaker on an off-target throw by Boudry, so he's going to drop a couple yards on that.
It's complete.
So makes the second down opportunity a 14-yarder. 10:47 to go in our third quarter. Bulldogs up 38-0. Ian Wentz, Sean Whitmer on the Adrian College Sports Network.
No Aberger on the field here.
No Brueggemann either. It's been Schrader this drive. It's going to be a run fake. Pass. Caught. Whitaker at the 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Adrian College. That's 52 yards to Whitaker from Noah Boudry.
Number 16, Whitaker.
How about that? You open up right up over the middle. You come clean, and Braden Whitaker gets 2 for the second week in a row. This is his longest catch of the season as he broke free. And once he got into that second level, there was really nobody that could stop him.
New kicker in the ball game, Clayton Molyneux, freshman out of Mount Pleasant. We'll try the extra point. Boy, bangs that one through. That left the stadium on a bounce. Past the track, past the protective fence, and a 52-yard pass right there. And the play design was nice. You do a run fake, get the linebackers to commit to that, slip Whitaker in behind him, and just outrun the safeties.
Yeah, and Whitaker's not known as the speedy receiver. That's really what Aberger does for this team. And then, you know, Aberger also adds a lot of that gadget capability, so they kind of use Ty Greer in that speed receiver spot a lot as well. This time it was Whitaker just opening up and using his big frame to make it an easy target for Boudry. And then Whitaker did the rest.
45-0 is our score. 10:21 left in the third quarter. Bulldogs had 14 in the first, 24 in the second. And the first tally here in the third. Jack Boyke will kick off with the aid of a slight breeze, bounces it in 4 yards deep into the end zone for another touchback. And that can just be a weapon in conference play. It really does. Difference from the 25 to the 30 or maybe the 35 if you get a return.
Yeah, and we know that they're willing to switch kickers if they want to return. If they want to force one, they usually bring out the backup kicker and let him kick one, as it usually leads to a returned ball, and that led to the 2 fumbles last week in the third quarter.
And we've seen David Galligan, freshman out of Novi, get some time. Speaking of time, looks like there's some new Bulldogs in the defensive formation. Quarterback flips it out to his running back, caught behind the line of scrimmage, and that's where he's tackled at the 24-yard line. One of the Bulldogs there, 52, Mike Bethune, sophomore out of Belleville, makes the stop for the Bulldogs. So it's Bethune, number 9, Ryan Morgan, one of the other Bulldog linebackers. Steven Moreno in the ball game as well. Nicholas Dixon also, junior out of Grosse Pointe Woods. Had a sack last week. He's lined up, looking to bring some pressure on the Olivet quarterback. They back out of it, they rush 4. Some time, throws, got his wide receiver about 5 yards down the line, and a wrap-up tackle, and a good one for Ethan Layton on a bigger-bodied receiver.
Yeah, Ethan Layton, the starting safety last year for this team, but they bring in the 2 transfers, so Layton moves to being the 3rd man off the bench. Well, he's making an impact here today in the second half of this conference opener.
Julian Toscano with that catch for the Comets. 3rd and 3 with 9:05 to go in the third. fullback and running back in, with the QB standing in the pistol formation, Charlie Grant, and we have a flag on the play, maybe a Comet moved.
Prior to the snap, false start.
Another false start on the Comets.
Number 77.
Going to get the offensive lineman, Jelani Harbor, sophomore, 6'5" and 315. When you see this in non-league action for the MIAA, they tend to go and really compete in non-conference play, and you just look up front. There are just some bigger people along that line of scrimmage in the MIAA. We saw that against Teal, and we saw that last week against Manchester. So 3rd and 3 turns into 3rd and 8. Grant, the quarterback, fields a 4-man rush, throws into traffic, gets caught at midfield into Adrian territory. Right between a couple of Bulldogs, the catch and run by Carter Leatherwood. That's Grant's best pass of the day. Threw it into a tight window.
And that's one of the best passes that's been completed against this Bulldogs defense this year. They don't usually give up very many completions past 15 yards down the field. That one had some air on it.
Place it at the Adrian College 45. It is 45-0. AC. Under 8 to go in the third quarter. Ian White and Sean Whitmer standing on top of the press box here at Olivet. Charlie Grant rolling to the right. Unheaves it. Got a man in the middle. Catch made at the 24. And sliding down for another Comet 1st and 10. That is Wade Brashears, the freshman out of Sanford, Florida.
Well, this is what we had said, you know, they need to air it out. That's what they've done so well this year, is spreading the ball and firing it downfield. And that's what the Olivet offense is starting to do now.
Bulldogs have not allowed a touchdown, or points rather, of any kind since late 4th quarter in week 1 against Valparaiso. Here's the low snap. Grant fumbles it, picks it up, and he's dropped at the 32-yard line.
And on the bad snap, Grant's covered up in the backfield by number 40.
Would like to see Grant stay clean there. That's a low snap. If you can't field it cleanly, just get down, hit the deck early. He was trying to pick it up and still make a play with it. It almost led to a turnover.
Stephen Moreno, I believe, will get credit for a sack on the play. 2nd down and 17 for Olivet. Grant looking to pass. Got a man on the slant pattern. Hit hard after about an 8-yard pickup. Bulldogs Ethan Layton with the tackle, and Brashears with another catch for Olivet. You are certainly in 4-down territory. 3rd down and 7, roughly, from the 21. 6:10 to play 3rd quarter.
Starting defensive line for the Bulldogs has re-entered the game now as Chris Jackson's on the far side.
Andrew Van Dyke in the middle. Bulldogs bring heat. They get home, and the pass is incomplete. Flags fly in late, and that's going to be a Comet 1st down via penalty, as Grant had pressure in his face right away. 43, Nelson Fernandez got in there quick.
Be intriguing what the call here is. Is it going to be a late hit, or is it going to be defensive pass interference?
I think it's defensive PI. The flag was in the secondary.
Pass interference, defense, number 21.
That is the call.
Placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic.
Tabari Triplett, the guilty party, the junior out of Toledo. So they'll put it at the spot of the foul. That's at the 14. Automatic 1st down.
If I'm not mistaken, in college, it's not supposed to be a spot foul. It's supposed to be 15 or half the distance.
I think if you do it within the 15 yards, it can be less than a 15-yard penalty.
Okay. I was a little confused.
Or they were going half the distance. If they were going half the distance too, would have been close. Regardless, they scrimmage from the Adrian 14. Bulldogs show pressure. They bring it. Grant gets it out into the flat. Gets around one man, and now a second at the 10. Down near the 7-yard line. Is the Comets running back. Is it Dorian Freeman, 24, with that catch and run?
The O-line needs to watch the extracurriculars after the play there, as Andrew Van Dyke doing a good job at getting into the head of the starting offensive tackle, Jelani Harbor, and he almost drew himself a flag at some niceties after the play.
So 2nd and 3 for Olivet from the Adrian College 7. Send the running back out. Grant, he's going to run it. He's going to get hit and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. There was an unblocked rusher on the play. Number 29 in gold, that is Nicholas Dixon with the tackle. So big third down here for the Comets, trying to get some points. 45-0 Bulldogs, 4:45 left in the third. Ian Wentz, Sean Whitmer on the Adrian College Sports Network. Adrian trying to keep him out of the end zone. Grant lines up in the pistol. His running back is behind him. He stands in a short shotgun. 2 men out to the left side. Looking that way. Throws middle. Caught. Touchdown Comets. That's Bashirs with a touchdown. 45-6 our score. And that streak is over. The Bulldogs' first points allowed defensively since the last 2 minutes in week 1 against Valparaiso. And it happens here at 4:25 left in the third. Actually, Carter Leatherwood with that touchdown grab.
Yeah, Leatherwood did a great job at getting open over the middle. He flashed his numbers last second as
they blocked the extra point. You can pick that up, and they'll just fall on it at the 5. So extra point unsuccessful, but the Comets score, and it's 45-6. Adrian College out in front. We'll be back in 30 after this on the Adrian College Sports Network. Out to the University of Olivet, out here in mid-Michigan. Ian Went and Sean Whitmer on top of the press box here at UO, the MIAA opener for both these football programs. Adrian College 3-0, Olivet 0-3 on the young year. This will be taken off the shoulder pads at the 2, picked up there at the 10, 15, hit hard there and dropped shy of the 20. Was the Adrian College return man. Was that Tyler Morgan, 28? It was.
Yeah, Morgan just took his eye off the ball for a second, and that, they say it in baseball a lot, you want to watch it into your glove. Well, right there, you want to watch it into both your gloves. He looked upfield to see where he wanted to go with it, and it leads to almost a very crucial mistake. And you had mentioned how special teams was the one aspect the coaching staff said they needed to get better, and right there's another special teams blunder. It doesn't cost them, but it's not what you want to see either way.
So we're going to see Sebastian Boswell, Adrian College second string QB. It's going to be a handoff to Tyler Morgan, who spins through one tackle in the backfield, gets up near the 25 as he's wrestled down by a whole bunch of Comets. It's the Bulldogs' third possession in this third quarter. Rather, it's their second possession, and it's a timeout for an injured Olivet player. Keep it right here for just a moment. Looking at the Michigan Intercollegiate Athletic Association football calendar today, as the early game did go final. Hope beats Alma in overtime, 26-23. Our game right now is the only one in action, kicked off at 2. 6 o'clock tonight, Albion hosting Trine. And the late game, 7 o'clock out in Grand Rapids, will be Calvin. They're hosting Kalamazoo. And look at the standings, Sean, for the MIAA. Maybe two surprising teams in terms of record overall are playing each other in Kalamazoo and Calvin. On the early season, both those teams are 3-0. I mean, Calvin, just the second-year varsity program.
Yeah, and they're doing a great job over there in Grand Rapids, I believe, just building their program quick. They're doing everything they can to develop the players at a electrifying rate, and they've got some good athletes down there over at Calvin, so they will definitely do everything they can to be competitive this season.
Well, and that's, again, you look at, new coaching staff here at Olivet. A lot of young players in rebuild mode. Adrian College in the same position last year, though they were able to find some more transfers, obviously, for some instant success. Now it is Sebastian Boswell again, the QB, with Morgan in the backfield. They scrimmage from their own 25. Brady Raymond, the motion man. Boswell finds Quinn Hiram looking for a block. He gets one from Raymond up over the 30, and he's out to the 34-yard line. So the Pinckney grad sets a block for the Onstead grad, and a Bulldog first down.
Yeah, and Raymond did a great job blocking there. He really he sealed the edge and gave Hiram an easy cue on where to run with the football. They always say you run off the blockers behind, and that's what Raymond gave him there.
Pitts the man in motion. Boswell gives it off to Speedster 87. He gets tripped up and dropped back at the 31-yard line. Looks like Christian McMillan, the sophomore defensive back from Springfield, Ohio, will get the tackle. So lost a couple as we are now inside of that 3-minute mark of our third quarter. Adrian College leading this one 45-6. That's right, it is not a 0 for the first time in 2 weeks. Bulldogs have given up points. Bulldogs struggling to get set. They finally do. Boswell straight back to pass. His pass is tipped as he was going for Morgan in the flat. And the comments saying it was a backward pass, so Morgan picks it up. We had no real official word of anything. I'm not sure that was a backward pass, Sean.
No,
just didn't look like it. It was batted backwards for sure. The initial call on the field is a backward pass picked up by Morgan.
It's interesting as well. Backups in every position except the offensive line right now for this Bulldogs offense.
At 77, Bryce Keller. 64, Jack Bush. Obviously, Isaiah Simon at center.
The ruling on the field was an incomplete pass.
And now we get the ruling of an incomplete pass. 66 in there, Joe Perchunik at right guard. And then, of course, the Bulldog right tackle, Matthew Hall, the junior out of Gibraltar. So, the incompletion on second down makes this a third down and 13. Sebastian Boswell in the ball game. Sophomore out of Chesterton, Indiana. Has a brace on the left knee. He stands in the shotgun at his own 25. Takes the snap from Simon. Drop back to pass, steps up into the pocket, gets past the 30. There's a flag on the play as Boswell picked up about 5.
Boswell, the ball carrier.
This might be a...
Looks like it's going to be holding, if I had to guess. It's in that area, and when your quarterback starts scrambling around, it's really difficult for the offensive line to not get a little handsy.
Checking with the Olivet sideline. See if they want to accept the penalty and redo the down or decline it and have it be 4th and 9. I think you decline this penalty. Unless that's not the call. Eric Yider with the decision for the Comets. Or is it Joe Palka for the Bulldogs?
Personal foul, shot block, offense, number 56 and number 28. That penalty is declined.
So it's a chop block on the center Simon and the running back. 28, Tyler Morgan, as we get a hot mic moment. And we'll see the Bulldog punting unit for second time today? Third time today?
I believe second time today.
They punted their first drive, yeah. So Cooper Tracy, the freshman out of Lewis Center, Ohio, as they now get the ball spotted properly. Bennett Gildy has been the long snapper, as Tracy stands at his 19. Good snap. Good boot. High spiraling kick. Fielded at the 20. Got past the first man to the 30 and out of bounds near the 35-yard line of Olivet. Hard to see the number, that silver number from the far side of the field.
It looks like it was number 0.
McMillan on a return for the Comets.
PA guy says Christian McMillan, number 6. It's just, I mean, the 8s and 6s and 0s are just tough to see with that font on the Olivet uniforms. So Olivet, after scoring on the last drive, has it 1st and 10 at their own 35. Grant pitches. Running back with some room on the Bulldogs side of the field as he gets wrestled down out of bounds, crossing the 40 at the 41 or 42-yard line. Depending what official you're looking at, it'll be the 41.
Number 28, Jeremiah Spencer on the carry.
Looks like it's pretty much all starters out there except for...
Second down and 4 to go.
Or mind you, it's all backups out there except for the front line and Coronis Davis.
Fullback stays in to block for Grant, who throws a pass to his running back. Stiff arms a man at the 37, gets flipped up at the 40 by the aforementioned Coronis Davis. The young defensive back makes a tackle after a 1-yard gain, and the Comet receiver is slow to get up. Jeremiah Spencer will get looked at the 42-yard line. Minute 12 to go in our third quarter. Take a 30-second timeout as it is Adrian College 45, University of Olivet 6. This is Bulldog football on the Adrian College Sports Network. Showing pressure right through the middle. Third down and short for the Comets from their own 42. Grant, the quarterback, throws it out. It's caught by his man at the Bulldog 40. Wrestled down at the 30. Catch and run for Carter Leatherwood, and the freshman from Pontiac High School putting on a show here in the third quarter.
Complete, Carter Leatherwood.
And you wonder, Sean, if the Comets feel like they have their quarterback.
21, Jabari Triplett.
Yeah, it's interesting that they've made the change. They made the change in such an odd situation, as we only seen 2 passes thrown from Avila, but the senior Grant has really stepped up here in the third quarter.
2 receivers to either side. Sends the man in motion left to right. In the shotgun with his running back off to his left hip. Grant looks to throw right away. Going deep. He's got a man wide open for the Comet touchdown. And I mean wide open in the end zone. So Grant with a touchdown pass to number 82, Rashawn Mercier, the junior wideout from Martin Luther King. And that is a blown coverage for the Bulldog secondary.
Yeah, that wasn't a pick play. That wasn't a misconstrued route. That wasn't anything fancy. It was just a simple wheel route from the wide receiver in Mercier, and the Bulldogs didn't communicate on the back end where to go.
So Comets will try the extra point. Angel Potter hits that one high, and he hits it true. 16 seconds to go in the third. We'll keep it right here as Olivet's put together a couple scoring drives against some of the Bulldog second stringers. And, again, going to the MIAA just in general, we've seen two non-conference opponents the last 2 weeks. The 2s, 3s, 4s, and sometimes 5s kept their opponent out of the end zone. Even when you get into conference play, your 2s versus their 1s, you can kind of see that discrepancy.
Yeah, and it's not the full 2s. There's still some 1s out there for this Bulldog defense, but even the Bulldog offense getting stifled there, and that was basically their entire backup unit except for the offensive line. So you can see the difference. You can feel it.
And when we get down the road, as we've mentioned, you're going to need, not 4 substitutes. You'll need a guy to make a couple of key plays for a guy that's maybe out for a play or two. So this coaching staff trying to figure out who's deserving that extra play time in conference play. So the kickoff for the Comets from their own 35. They're going to try a high pooch kick. It's going to bounce at the 35. Nobody's going for it except the Comets. Olivet steals the possession. And the Bulldog return man right there, Carson Schrader, let it go over his head. That's a live football. And Olivet steals the possession.
Yeah, and I don't think he let it go over his head because he didn't know it was a live football. I think he let it go over his head because he thought it was going out of bounds. Goes out of bounds, you immediately get it on the 35 or 45, I believe. And that's a situation where he just misreads it, takes a perfect backwards hop back into the field, and sits pretty for the Olivet kickoff team to recover it.
45-13, Bulldogs still a comfortable advantage. 16 seconds to play in our third quarter. And that defense who just let up that score gets another chance right away. Mark it at the 33-yard line of the Bulldogs. So we're going to change footballs.
Backup unit for the front 7. The back 4 are all starters for this Bulldogs defense.
Pistol formation for Grant. Running back stands behind him about a yard. Looking to the running back. Throws it out. It's going to be dropped. And an incomplete pass. That is awful close to a backwards pass. But it was a forward pass, but you don't want to be in that weird area.
Second down, 10 to go.
No, and they got lucky there that the referees called that the right way. It's easy to make a misconstrued call there, and then the Bulldogs are taking the ball right back.
And we're not going to video replay for 5 minutes to figure out what it was. Got to call it on the field. So a 2nd and 10 for the Comets offense. Man in motion right to left. Grant flushed out of the pocket. Flips it into the Olivet bench. 6 seconds left in the quarter. 3rd down coming up for the Comets.
Nice one-handed catch there on the sideline by the camera guy.
I was going to say, camera in the left hand, caught it with the right.
Bobbled it once, but kept his feet steady, so it would have been a catch in the NFL.
Bet it would have. Homecoming for the Comets. They've had some stuff to cheer about here in the third quarter. Back-to-back scoring drives for the Comets. Bulldogs showing pressure on the 3rd down. They back away and they rush 4. Grant throws short to the 30. Tackle made immediately by the Adrian College linebacker Nicholas Dixon. And that's the end of our third quarter. With the score, it's Adrian College 45 and the University of Olivet 13. We'll take a 30-second timeout. The fourth quarter when we return. This is Bulldog football on the Adrian College Sports Network. .45-13 is our score. Ian Wentz, Sean Whitmer. as the fourth quarter is now upon us. Bulldogs well on their way to MIAA victory number 1 on the season, and we were doing some deep research prior to this contest. Adrian College has gone 3-0 to open the season. Consecutive years. They haven't done that since the early 2000s. Now, we look for 4 in a row. They did it last year. If they can get a win here, that's 2 straight years of 4 wins in a row to open the year. They haven't done that in quite some time.
I believe 03-04 was the last time they did that, and they haven't beat Olivet in back-to-back seasons since the 2018-2019 season. It's been going back and forth consistently until that year.
Yes, 03-04, the last time Adrian went 4-0 to start the season in back-to-back campaigns. 4 wins, no losses this year and last year. Prior to that, 2011 was the last time. QB throws, a lot of contact. They'll throw a flag on that 4th down attempt.
Gray's pass, ball's incomplete. Penalty marker on the play.
Penalties have been somewhat of an issue for the Bulldogs today.
Yeah, and I think that's going to go on linebacker Mike Bethune for defensive pass interference. If so, that's just a linebacker being in coverage when it should really be a defensive back instead.
Pass interference, offense, number 52. Ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic.
Referee said offense, but it was 52 on the defense. As we look at some of our team numbers today, Bulldogs racking up the yardage. 55 plays, 410 yards. Olivet, 44 plays and 183 yards. Most of that here in the second half. 1st and 10 Comets from the Bulldog 20. Pitch out. Running back trying to get that edge, gets upended at the 18 and dropped at the 17-yard line. Jeremiah Spencer picked up about 3.
On the tackle.
Adrian College tackle, giving credit to Jonathan Melendez, a junior out of Trenton.
2nd down, 7 to go.
Comets going right to left in this fourth quarter. 2 receivers right, 2 left, 1 in the backfield behind the quarterback. Bulldogs bring pressure, throws end zone open, wide open for the Comets score. Absolutely uncovered Carter Leatherwood, and there is a flag on the play in the offensive backfield. It's going to be roughing the passer on the Bulldogs. They will decline that penalty, and the Comets put another one on the board. It's 45-19.
Yeah, and that's 3 straight scores for this Comets offense.
First down is good. Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense, number 52.
And look, here's the reality. Quite a few backups in the game for the Bulldogs, but if you're the Comets, you don't care. You're trying to build this program. You're trying to get some kind of culture here. 3 straight touchdown drives. You're feeling good, despite the circumstance.
Yeah, and it'll be curious to see if the Bulldogs decide to make some changes and bring the starters back out just to...
The extra point is up and away, and it is good. Keep it right here. 14-14 to go in this ball game. Ian Wentz, Sean Whitmer. Tim Ambrose, our engineer today, along with Mr. Whitmer. He's going to... Sean is going to make our player of the game selection. And I think your player hasn't been in the game in the second half.
No, and that makes my numbers really easy to find as we have a piece of paper from the first half stats sitting in front of us. And I think his numbers are finalized as of right now. We'll see if he comes out in this drive to help run out the clock a little bit.
That, of course, being Trey Brueggemann,
yeah,
the Bulldog running back, if you're just tuning in.
Or Quad Brueggemann, as he scored 4 touchdowns today.
Quad Brueggemann. So they're going to enforce the roughing the passer penalty on the kickoff. And the last time the Comets kicked off, they recovered the football on a pooch kick, fluttered it up in the air about 15 yards down the field, and they recovered it. Adrian has to be ready for that. Here's the run-up and the kick. They're going to straight up onside this one. Fielded by Adrian, 8 yards down the field. That's a wise play there for 14 to jump up and grab it. Luke Stento, the freshman from Chesterton, Indiana, went to high school with Sebastian Boswell, the Bulldog quarterback.
Yeah, and he's gotten a sack. He's recovered a fumble as of recent weeks. So Stento has made an impact in some of that, time when the backups have entered the game these past few weeks. But it looks like we're going to get Quad Brueggemann back onto the field.
Bulldogs starting offense back out there. 45-20 the score. Bulldogs in front. Hand off to Brueggemann. Trey bounces it out to the left side. Trey at the 50. First down Bulldogs to the Comet 45. There's a quick 12-yard scamper for Trey Brueggemann.
Well, unfortunately, my sheet doesn't work anymore. I'm going to have to actually look at the live stats to...
You can just add 12. Just write 12. There you go. So Bulldogs moving here. Inside of 14 to play in the fourth. Noah Boudry from the shotgun. Fakes to Trey. Gets sacked. Swallowed up inside his side of the 50. There's been some Comet pressure from that defensive line today. That's, I believe, Boudry's third sack.
Yeah, and that came straight from right in front of his grill. It wasn't backside pressure. A lot of times when you see a quarterback with Boudry's ability, it's coming from the backside that he gets sacked. But today he doesn't get out the way he normally would. So
2nd and 17. Boudry straight back to pass. Good pocket off the hands of Braden Whitaker, his wide receiver, on the far side of the field at the original line of scrimmage. So it's now 3rd and 17. The clock stops with 13 minutes to go.
Looks like Aberger's going to leave the field, and they're going to bring in Calbert. Add some size. This is the same package they scored on with Whitaker last time, breaking out over the middle. That was their last touchdown that they've scored.
Sophomore from Dundee out wide, the far side, left side of the offense. Boudry looking to pass, max protection for Noah. Now they bring some pressure late. Boudry escapes. Fans want a flag. Boudry floats it out of bounds and incomplete.
Let's go Comets.
2 players in a pattern. The Comets covered everything up.
Yeah, it looked like Boudry got a little bit offset a little earlier than he needed to. That helped the pressure get in, almost as if Casper the Unfriendly Ghost was sneaking into the backfield.
Going to see Cooper Tracy punt this football away. Looks like Christian McMillan, the deep man for the Comets. 45-20. Adrian College in front. Comets have scored the last 20. Here's Tracy's boot. It's a wobbler, but has plenty of leg on it. Takes it Adrian, roll inside the 10. Fielded inside the 5-yard line. What a nice job by the special teams of Cooper Tracy and 39 down there in kick coverage for the Adrian College Bulldogs. That was Michael Brown, the freshman from Henry Ford High School.
And that's wise to make sure you don't step into the end zone. A lot of times if you step into that end zone, the officials are going to give you a touchback instead of a...
Defense mirroring the offense, bringing the ones back out there.
And I think it's all the ones.
It is. Comet scrimmage from their own 3. Quarterback from his own end zone throws. Receiver didn't turn around the right way, or he threw it incorrectly. 7 going for 11. Charlie Grant looking for Carter Leatherwood.
And I think it's safe to say that that time the convenience store was closed.
For number 11.
Tell you what,
Leatherwood.
you are on fire in this fourth quarter.
The one-liners are hitting different right now.
Could be those 8 energy drinks you had on the way up here.
Only 3.
Only 3?
So far.
Receiver goes in motion. 3 to the right side for Grant. Bulldogs bring pressure. Flushed out to the right. Throws, and it's incomplete. That pass was intended for his receiver who was in the end zone. Liam Carey providing some pressure.
Liam Carey was almost going to take the head off that running back there. He wisely took one step to the right to avoid making contact, because otherwise I think we might have seen Liam Carey ejected from this game.
And look, you want to come out of this game healthy, and you don't want stupid penalties like that. Because you get a targeting now, you're out the first half against Albion. So wise play by the savvy vet. Quickly 3rd and 10 for Olivet. And the wide receiver moved early. That's a whopping 1.5 yard penalty.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, number 81.
If you're a defensive lineman, I will turn to my resident defensive lineman. You love these opportunities. You know it's going to be a pass. QB's in the end zone, just trying to eat.
This is when defensive tackles really start to eat here, because everybody knows the pressure is going to come from the outside, but the shortest path to the quarterback is right up the middle. You need to push the offensive lineman back into the lap of the...
Bulldogs nearly jumped. Comets go deep, and the pass is broken up. Beautiful coverage there by Quincy Dorsey. The Comets were looking for a shot play to Carter Leatherwood. Well, Andrew Van Dyke moved. I guess he didn't get past the line of scrimmage, that defensive tackle, and the Comets will punt from their goalpost.
I've had a coach in the past tell me, I've had a coach in high school, I should say, tell me that if it's 3rd and long, you line up an extra yard back. That way, if you move ahead of time, as long as the offensive linemen don't move, you're not going to get called for an offside.
I think that was the case there. Bulldogs putting the punt block on. Austin Hawks from his end line. Snap is there, and he gets the boot away. It's a high spiraling kick. Ethan Aberger fair catches it inside Comets territory at the 41-yard line. 12 and 24 to go in the fourth quarter. It's Adrian College 45 and University of Olivet 20. First conference game of the season for these squads. So we will head back home next week to take on the Britons of Albion College. I know there's a trophy between Adrian and Trine, but to me, Albion's the rival. Gotta love it.
Yeah, Trine's the rival in just about every other sport, but that's because Albion doesn't have some of the sports that Adrian reigns supreme in.
Here's the run for Brueggemann. Trey trying to get to that edge. There's 2 more Comets, puts on the brakes, gets dropped for a loss. It's the second wave of Comets getting in on the Bulldog running back. Sean's doing his non-computerized math for Trey Brueggemann's rushing yards today. 4 touchdowns for Trey.
And he's still over 100 yards rushing. To make that clear, that's only a loss of 2.
So what's he at now?
105.
Okay. Boudry throws it out to him. Trey with a step. Trey with a first down and so much more. Blocks from Whitaker. Cuts back at the 10. Tripped up, but he will not fall down. He'll go into the end zone for a Bulldog touchdown. That's a receiving touchdown for Trey. He has 5 scores in this football game, and the Bulldogs have eclipsed the half-century mark here in the fourth quarter.
Well, I know how important it is for these Bulldog players to get my player of the game, but I think he's going to get everyone's player of the game after that catch and run right there.
That was nice. I mean, Whitaker with a good block at the 15. Trey got tripped, but he stayed on his feet. Comets crowd gets a little quieter here after that long catch and run from Brueggemann. Here's Jack Boyke's extra point. That's good. Jack's been good today. He's been busy. So we are going to take another quick break from the top of the press box here at the University of Olivet. It is Adrian College 52 and the University of Olivet. Network. Our engineers for this afternoon's broadcast, Tim Ambrose and Sean Whitmer. Sean doing the color commentary for yours truly, Ian Wendt, today. And all season long, except for one weekend, we'll take a 90% out of you, Sean. Boyke's kickoff. This one into a somewhat calm breeze. Will be fielded at the Comet 5. Cuts back at the 15, now to the 20. Block up to the 30 and tripped up as he crossed the 30-yard line. Bulldogs stop there for Coronis Davis.
Hey, 90%, that puts me as a professional as long as you put that into just about any statistical category.
Love it. Hall of Famer in any sport. Well, I'm sure there's some.
Unless it's free throw percentage.
Free throw, well, yeah.
It depends what the other numbers look like.
Gymnastics, if you're a 9.0 out of 10, might not be great.
I don't think I plan on doing gymnastics anytime soon. I have lasting.
So you're telling me there's a chance? First and 10 Comets. Pitch play. Met in the hole as he falls forward to the 40. It's the Olivet running back. Jeremiah Spencer's been getting some carries, and so has Dorian Freeman. The 24 and 28 are the Spider-Man meme. They both look eerily similar from up here in the upper echelon of the stadium. Who was it, Sean?
I couldn't tell either. That's the sad part.
So it's not just me with my old eyes. Second and a long 4 for the Comets. Bulldogs show some pressure. Man open and a bobbling catch made as he gets near the 50, and the lumber lowered by Chase Barbosa as the Olivet receiver slow to get up. And there is a injured player, and it is the wide receiver. And it's Chase Barbosa if you can hear the guy make a tackle up here. 27 hits fearlessly as they are helping the Olivet receiver up as he did make the bobbling catch. And getting off the field, no pressure on the right leg. 84, Jay Johnson, the freshman. No, that's 89. Julian Toscano.
Also believe it was 24 in the backfield for the last 2 plays for Olivet.
First and 10 Comets at their own 49. 10 and 38 to go. And the clock moving here at Olivet. QB takes, Bulldogs bring pressure. There's a hit in the backfield, but fortunate to get that pass away as Van Dyke in on the fun along with 51 for the Bulldogs.
Second down.
Not quite sure how that wasn't intentional grounding, as there was no receiver in the area. He wasn't out of the...
There is no foul for intentional grounding.
They just say there was a receiver in the area?
They're trying to say number 4 was in the area, but he was a good 5 yards at least away from the football, and it was directly spiked into the ground.
So the senior, Charlie Grant, gets another chance here. Second and 10. It's going to be a pitch to the running back, and he's going to get hit and dropped in the backfield for about a half-yard loss. Dorian Freeman right there, along with a pack of Bulldogs, Liam Carey, and also number 8, Bennett Gildy.
No gain on the play, third down.
Bulldogs bring on their pass rush unit,
as well as a couple linebackers that are a little bit better in pass coverage.
Now, Carey coming off the field, not 100%. Hope 5's okay. Third and 10 for Olivet. Under 10 minutes to go in the fourth. Bulldogs bring 4 passes there. It's tipped up in the air, and it can't be grabbed. Ryan Morgan had a shot at that football as it was tipped up in the air. Grant took a shot on the play, and it will be an Olivet punt.
Yeah, I think that's safe to say that hit was almost like a freight train running into the backfield there.
Unblocked rusher off the edge. So clock stops at 9:39 here in our slow-moving fourth quarter. 52-20, Adrian in front. Hawks, the punter. steps into it. High spiraling punt. Bulldogs will let it bounce inside the 5 and skid into the end zone. Bring the ball out from there. Now it's more decision time. Sean, do you stick with the ones or do you go back? I mean, you're up 32 mid-fourth quarter.
It all depends on how you're feeling with your twos at this point in the game. Do you think that they can sustain a long enough drive to just chew this clock out? With all the injuries that this Bulldogs team has been experiencing, wouldn't be surprised, but it looks like it's going to be the twos. However, they're going to have Carson Schrader in the backfield.
University of Olivet would like to remind
And
us to please stay off the field.
the offensive line looks to be the starters too. So Boswell is going to try this run right through the middle into the waiting arms of the Olivet defensive tackle. And Sebastian gets a yard, maybe 2, up near the 23-yard line.
Boswell on the carry.
I like the read option at this juncture of the game, but Olivet's just done such a great job today at reading it and sending a player at each man.
Now under 9 minutes to go. The other thing is, when you get deeper into league play, your ones will have to play the whole game. We're not going to have 30-point margins in every fourth quarter. It's going to be a run this time. Schrader near the 30, gets thrown over it. That should be a Bulldog first down. Number 18 in white.
Number 18, Schrader.
Picks up the needed yardage.
Langston on the tackle.
And that's what you want to see for this Bulldogs team. That's exactly how you sustain a long drive and you chew into that clock, as they're moving a little quick, but they have 20 seconds they can still kill off before they have to snap this football.
Bulldog quarterback Boswell barking out the play to his offensive line. It's going to be pitch play to Schrader. It's a block from Calvert on the edge, and his wide receiver Hiram as he is upended near the Bulldog 40-yard line. Give him 7 on the rush.
Schrader on the carry.
It will be a third down and short. Tyler Morgan checks into the ball game, along with Schrader. Wide receivers will be Brady Raymond, Quinn Hiram. Can see the man at the top. Is this going to be a run through the middle? Morgan gets the first down as the wide receiver out there is 86, Gabe Schwieters, freshman out of Grand Rapids. First and 10 Dogs at the 45.
I'm sure Schwieters is going to love that next road trip you guys go on.
Out to GR, yeah. A West Catholic grad, number 86. 6'2 freshman, buck 85.
First down, Bulldogs.
Giorgio Pitts back in the ball game, 87. Schrader stays in at running back. 14 on the play clock. 6:48 to go in this ball game. Bulldogs up big, 52-20. Speed out there for Pitts. Pitts gets through one, gets blasted as he crossed the 45. And there's a penalty as he cut up field in the area of holding.
If this is a crackback block by Carson Schrader, that's just not.
Carry. Penalty on the play.
It just wouldn't be the right call. Carson Schrader stopped. He stopped his feet. The defender ran into him. But that's exactly.
Offense, number 67.
So they go to the right tackle.
Repeat first down.
That is Matthew Hall, the junior out of Gibraltar Carlson High School. So it was not on Schrader.
They threw it right when contact was made, so I wasn't sure if they were going to go with the illegal crackback block, but glad to see that it wasn't that. Big Red getting a little bit too aggressive there on the offensive line.
Josh Shearwood in the ball game, 6'2 sophomore out of Grass Lake. Snap to Boswell. Throwing it out to Hiram through his hands and incomplete. The young man from Onstead had some room in front of him.
Intended for number 4.
Just couldn't hang on.
Hiram.
Second down and 20 they go from their own 34. 6:23 left in this MIAA contest. It's the only one happening right now. 6 o'clock is the next contest. Trine and Albion. And tonight it is Kalamazoo and Calvin. Earlier game, Hope wins in overtime over Alma, 26-23. Boswell, throwback screen, threw it right to the defensive lineman. It's going to be a pick and a 6. Carlton Freeman intercepts the screen pass, and he brings it back to the house for the Olivet touchdown.
That's unfortunate for Sebastian Boswell, as he looked back and it's a one-read throw. It's the only thing he can do there is ground that ball. Unfortunately, he made a snap decision and it was the wrong one. First interception on the season for this Bulldogs offense. Gets returned for 6.
52-26 now is the score, and the extra point is good, makes it 52-27.
Score now stands. Adrian 52 and Olivet.
6:13 to go in this football game. The pick 6 thrown by the Bulldog offense. We'll be back with more college football on the Adrian College Sports Network. Football on the Adrian College Sports Network. Ian Wendt, Sean Whitmer on the microphones today. Tim Ambrose and also Sean doing the engineering. Bulldogs set to try to recover this onside kick attempt. It's a high attempt, rolls at the 30, stays in play, and the Bulldogs fall on it, but it's inside their own 15. So Adrian set up for a traditional onside kick about 10 yards from the football. The Comets kick it about 20 yards downfield and get a great roll.
Yeah, it's a really fortunate bounce for this Comets special teams unit, and the Comets special teams has been really good today. They've done their job really well.
Kickoff is picked up by number 28.
Tyler Morgan falls on the football. It's where you get into your 4-minute offense. You're not necessarily looking to score. It's a situation where you want to run the ball and your opponent knows you want to run the football.
As the ones take the field again.
And this is, you see the score, 52-27. This is in-game practice situation. It's going to be a quick pass out to Ethan Aberger. Aberger gets through one tackle. He has open space to the 40, the 50, the 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Ethan Aberger. 86 yards from Noah Boudry. They didn't need 4 minutes for that. Howitz just scores 6 on the first play.
Ethan Aberger just takes the simple bubble screen. That's just an extension of the run, but he does a great job at reading the second level, getting the blocks that he needs, and, well, he's fast.
I don't know if it was a linebacker or a safety, but it looked like a Comet had an angle on Aberger, and he just found an extra gear to get that extra final 30 yards. And after all that preaching of run the football, take up some time, Bulldogs strike again. Extra point for Jack Boyke is true. 5:59 to go here in the fourth quarter. And you talk about quick strike offense, they've had a couple of minimal play drives. How about 2 one-play scoring drives?
Yeah, and I think Ethan Aberger he wanted to make some things very clear for us up here in the booth. One, he wanted to tie up the touchdowns again with Braden Whitaker. They're back tied at 4. And 2, he's trying to sneak his name back into the conversation for player of the game. He's over 200 receiving yards on the day with that catch there and 1 touchdown.
Here, Custer Athletic Complex.
He came out of the half with 7 receptions for 130 yards. If that's an 86-yard touchdown, as you mentioned, that would put him over 200. So
makes the score 59-27. The Bulldogs have 405 yards through the air, 566 overall. This is a sideways flying saucer kick, and it makes its way into the end zone. I can't believe I'm reading those stats.
Touchback.
I'm going to have to double check.
Comets get the ball first and 10 at the 25.
Ethan Aberger, 8 catches, 216 yards, and the touchdown. Trey Brueggemann, they have him at 98 yards, rushing 12 carries, 4 touchdowns. Noah Boudry, 22 of 28, 396 yards and 4 touchdowns. Sebastian Bouswell, 1 for 4 for 9 yards in the INT. So the Bulldogs over 400 passing yards. And again, it's another week where the defense, the ones on defense do a great job. A player of the game might go to the flashy numbers offensively. Play action pass, reception made near the 30-yard line. There's a pack of Bulldogs to bring down the Olivet receiver at their own 29.
Boy, that Bulldog offense doesn't make it easy on me, do they?
No, they don't. Looked like it was Wade Brashears with the catch.
Herbert Crawford on the reception.
Wasn't. It's Crawford. Herbert Crawford. 2nd and 6, 5.5 to go in this one. Charlie Grant took over at QB in the first half. Has been in there for most of this football game. Bulldogs bring 4. Flush him out to his right. Grant sliding at the 30. He was hit. The Comet fans want a flag. And I think if you look in the textbook, that should be, Sean's going to say, comma, but.
So we've seen this recently in other levels of football. If you start to slide once a defender has already gone low, then it will not count as contact after the slide because the defender was already in position. You slid late trying to draw the foul. We've seen this because of players like Tom Brady used to do that. They'd get the flag, and it caused some controversy. They've amended the rules.
Yeah, sliding late. I mean, Patrick Mahomes has been known to do that. Here's some Bulldog pressure. Pass over the middle is the Comet 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. Way to stand in there, number 7, and find his receiver down the field. That is Herbert Crawford again.
Grant's pass to number 3, Crawford.
59-27. If you wanted points, it came to the right place. Ian Wentz, Sean Whitmer with you here on the Adrian College Sports Network. Grant looking middle, throws that way, and it's nearly intercepted on the far side. Lockdown coverage there for AC number 42, Brody Moore, the sophomore from Oxford.
Ball's incomplete.
Yeah, if you wanted offense, you came to this game. If you wanted a tight overtime battle, you went to the 1 o'clock showing.
That's right. Hope getting the big win over Alma. The Scots are 1-3. Hope stays the positive record. For 2nd and 10 for the Comets. Bulldogs show pressure. Grant throws far sideline. It's up in the air, and it's incomplete. Airtight coverage played for Adrian Elijah Hayward, the sophomore from Ypsilanti.
For Leatherwood, ball's incomplete. 3rd down.
So 3rd and long for the Comets. Charlie Grant today, 21 of 38, 222 yards, 3 touchdowns and a pick, and he'll need 15 yards to pick up this first down. Comets today on third down are 4 of 12. Rather, 4 of 14 for 29%. Bulldogs are 5 for 10. That's 50%.
5-yard penalty, third down.
Penalties today, there's been quite a few. That is Olivet's 6th penalty for 34 yards. Adrian has 6 for 60. (59-27), Adrian in front. 3:49 to play in this one. 3rd and 15 for Olivet. Boy, there was some movement too. They're going to let this play go. It's fluttered in the air. It's tipped and it's incomplete. Luke Stenko had a chance at an INT. Sean, I don't know how that play got allowed to happen, whether it was a late snap, a false start, or an offside. Again, I thought I saw 3 penalties, but no flag.
Well, we've entered MIAA play, and they'll let these teams play through some of those in-between whistles.
I mean, there was something. I don't know what it was, but there was certainly something. Officials will, I'm sure, check the game tape as well, as this is a driving punt. Abiger catches it over the shoulder, and he's going to just take a knee wisely at about the 17, 18-yard line.
Gets the ball.
Put it at the Bulldog 18-yard line. 3 and 37 to play in this one.
It's like 18-yard line.
Bulldogs up now 32 points.
First down and 10, Adrian.
I mean, that doesn't seem as impressive as the last couple of weeks, Sean. I mean, 76-0, 57-0. But this game was 45-0 when the Bulldogs kind of emptied the bench and the Comets put together a couple of drives. Sebastian Boswell in the football game. Tyler Morgan is his running back. He's in the shotgun. It's going to be a pitch play to Morgan. Gets a nice block. Room to the 20. Hit twice and dragged down at about the 25-yard line. So he's leaving Comets in his dust. Give him about 7 on the carry. And look, you talk about the Bulldog backfield. It's Trey Brueggemann. It's his backfield. Then you have Carson Schrader. Nice 1-2 punch. Tyler Morgan making his case to be that next guy up. And, you think of the running backs last year, Shondell Harnett. I've been told is hurt. Haven't seen him. You have Mr. Hill on the football team as well. Tyson Hill from last season. I've seen him around the team. Obviously hurt. So they've really had to go dig down deep as they're working on an injured Comet player to figure out what this backfield will look like. Trey Brueggemann came in as kind of a linebacker / athlete. Kind of does a little bit of everything, but the offense took him this season. 4 rushing touchdowns. He's got a receiving touchdown today. But then those 2 behind him. We'll need those guys to get some big minutes as we move through the season. Here's one of those guys. Morgan slips a tackle in the backfield, gets the first down yardage, keeps the feet churning, grabs some Comets and takes them with him. So you hear the Bulldogs on the far side of the field get loud. They like the effort from number 28. That's a Bulldog 1st and 10.
Number 90, Corey Cheatham on the tackle.
A couple of new offensive linemen in the contest.
Gain out to the 39.
58, Charles McGrath, the freshman out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. 57, Jeffrey Lombard, the junior out of Ithaca. 74, Jason Carden, the sophomore from Livonia. Bulldogs with the 1st and 10. Give again to Morgan. Hitting the hole, bounces off one guy and gets thrown down after a gain of 3 or 4.
Morgan, the ball
Adam Travers also in there, freshman from Novi.
Peterson on the tackle.
Give him about 3 on the carry. And that'll take us to our 2-minute timeout. So we are going to take a 60-second break. A full 60, Sean. We'll be right back for the final 2 minutes. This is Bulldog Football on the Adrian College Sports Network. Adrian College Sports Network. Yours truly, Ian Went. Sean Whitmer from atop the press box at the University of Olivet. Bulldog football, and Adrian leading with 2 minutes to go, 59-27. Second down and about 7. Morgan gets the counter run, gets through a Comet up over the 50. That's some tough running for number 28, and a Bulldog 1st and 10.
Yeah, the way that Morgan's been running the last 2 weeks reminds me of a 28 that used to play in purple in the NFL, so just runs with some power.
That's becoming a throwback name, Sean. Maybe the younger kids don't know.
I feel like everyone has to know about Adrian Peterson.
And you like the first name, too. Goes with the school and the city. Tyler Morgan, the freshman out of Ohio, went to Toledo Central Catholic. Oswald's going to give it to him again. Bounces off one in the backfield. Gets a block from his quarterback on the right side. Morgan looking to get the edge. Another flag flies in at the Comet 40.
Morgan on the carry.
Dogs got to clean that up if it's on them. Just too many penalties today.
Penalty on the play.
And they're negating nice runs.
Holding, offense, number 86. 10-yard penalty for the spot of the foul. Replay first down.
Going to get Gabe Schwieters, the freshman from West Catholic.
Was on the tackle for the Comets.
That would be Grand Rapids West Catholic. So 1:12 to go. Bulldogs getting ready for next week. Big one with the Britons at Docking Stadium. And getting back to this rivalry here. I mean, really every MIAA game is a rivalry game. They've been playing for so long, except Calvin. That's the exception. The stat that you found in the series history we'll bring up here after this play. 1st and 12 for the Dogs. Morgan through the middle. Gets stuffed after a yard or two. Bulldogs are going to win this football game. And it's their second consecutive win against Olivet. And that's been pretty slim territory for really either team in this rivalry.
He will sit out one play.
Yeah, for the longest time it went back and forth. The last time the Bulldogs won back-to-back, it was 2018, 2019. And then the last time that they won more than just 2 in a row goes all the way back to 2011 and 2012, where they won 5 straight through that span of time.
Lenine Ferrer made the tackle for the Comets.
According to AdrianBulldogs.com, the all-time history between these two schools, Bulldogs have 45 wins against 25 losses. There was one tie between these two. Bulldogs are 14-6 on the road against Olivet, soon to be 15-6. 31-19-1 in the Maple City. So they take a 10-second runoff. Sebastian Boswell goes under center. You can just take one snap, take one knee, and he does it with under 40 seconds. And that should do it for this football game. Conference win number 1 secured by the Adrian College Bulldogs as they come up to Olivet and get a commanding victory. 59-27 will be your final score. Bulldogs don't need to run another play. I'm not sure why we're waiting. Olivet's not calling a timeout. And now they'll go to the bench. And now they'll meet at midfield. All right, there we go. No extra snap needed. The end of the ball game. Here in Olivet, Bulldogs get a win over a rebuilding Olivet program. But the Bulldogs, in a business-esque fashion, get a win.
Good sportsmanship all around.
Here at Olivet. Initial thoughts on this big victory, Sean?
Just an offensive showcase out of this Bulldogs team, as they did everything in every aspect of the ball game. It looked like it was going to be a running game from the start. That seemed to be what was successful. The passing attack really opened up after that. The defense did their job. The ones did not give up any points. Once they started mixing in some of the backups, that's when Olivet's offense started taking advantage of the opportunities they were given. But all things considered, this Bulldogs team came out on a business trip. They got the job done, and now it's time to look ahead to next week.
Olivet in the books. Big time win here for the Bulldogs. Albion next week, 1 o'clock kickoff at Docking Family Stadium. We'll take a quick 30-second break. It's our post-game show commences here on the Adrian College Sports Network. Yours truly, Ian Wentz, Sean Whitmer, alongside from the top of the press box here at the University of Olivet. Bulldogs, big-time winners here today, 59-27, your final score, as they move to 4-0 on the season. As we dug through the stats, the first time they went back-to-back 4-0 starts, 2003, 2004, and they've done that here in 2025 and last year in 2024. And prior to that, the last time they did that was 2011 when they went 4-0 to open up a season. So looking good early, 4-0 on the year. Tough test with Albion next week. But let's take a look. Do we have some of our... Oh, we do have some numbers. All right. Thanks to the folks at Olivet. Printing out some stuff for Sean to read. Gotta love it. Big numbers for the Bulldogs today.
So taking a quick look at the team numbers real quick. Bulldogs finished the game with 26 first downs. They ran the ball 43 times for 202 net yards, passed the ball for 405 yards. That was on 23 of 32 with 1 interception. Brings the offensive total to 607 yards. They also had 2 interceptions on the game and forced, I believe it was 1 fumble. Or no, was it 1 fumble or 2? Can't remember.
Well, they had an INT. Burrows with an INT. I don't know that they forced a fumble today.
Well, looking over at the Olivet side, they scored 27, obviously. They got 11 first downs. They ran the ball 19 times for 11 yards, passed for 222 yards on 21 for 41. They threw the 2 interceptions. Gave them 60 total plays, finishing with 233 yards. Of course, they had the interception returned for a 30-yard touchdown. They went 1 for 2 on 4th down today. And in the red zone, both teams were 100%.
All right, gotta love it. Sean is going to take the ultimate test and select our player of the game for this Bulldog victory here on this Saturday afternoon. We'll be back with his pick on the Adrian College Sports Network. The Adrian College Sports Network here at the University of Olivet. Bulldogs big-time winners here, 59-27. Plenty of honorable mentions for player of the game and eventually Sean's selection for week 4.
Yeah, and I think we're going to focus solely on the offense today. The defense, the starting defense as a whole gets an honorable mention. Ethan Burrows gets a very big honorable mention. Coming off of that defense, he came out with an interception, played really well today. But first honorable mention is going to be Ethan Aberger. 8 receptions, 216 yards, and a touchdown. He had the longest reception on the day of 86 yards. Then you got Noah Boudry, goes 22 for 28, 396 yards, 4 touchdowns. He got sacked twice, first time getting sacked this season. And the player of the game, no surprise, comes out as Trey Brueggemann. 12 carries. He gained 107 yards but lost 9, so gives him a net of 98. He ran for 4 touchdowns with a long of 65. He also caught the ball 4 times for 79 yards and a 43-yard receiving touchdown. So Trey Brueggemann walks into halftime as the favorite to get player of the game, and he walks out of this game as the player of the game.
And he didn't play much of the third quarter, if any of the third quarter. So dominant performance by Brueggemann. Noah Boudry, big numbers for him. Ethan Aberger, as you mentioned, and the number 1 starting defense for the Bulldogs. Let's do a quick preview of next week. Albion comes to town, 1 o'clock kickoff for Adrian and Albion. The Britons have not played today. They'll be the 6 o'clock contest, so we don't know what exactly their record will be. But I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter. When these two teams get together, it is old school, old time rivals, historic football, and just looking forward to next Saturday already.
Yeah, it'll be a fun matchup, taking things back to Docking Family Stadium, and it's always fun when you get to host. It's a weekend where there's not going to be as many people on campus due to it being fall break, but I imagine a lot are going to return to enjoy the festivities of Adrian versus Albion. It's always a fun matchup anytime you can get the purple versus the gold.
Gotta love it. Well, I'd like to give my list of thank yous to the Sports Information Department here at the University of Olivet for being accommodating for us, despite it being their homecoming today. Made some room for us on top of the press box. A beautiful view and a wonderful day out here for some football. Thanks to the Bulldog coaching staff, Joe Polka taking time this afternoon to talk pregame, and I'm sure we'll talk again with him soon to get a recap of his thoughts on this contest, and I look forward to next week. For Tim Ambrose back in our studios and our on-site engineer, Sean Whitmer, and my broadcast partner, I'm Ian Wentz, saying so long from the University of Olivet. It's another Bulldog victory. This one 59-27 over the Comets right here on the Adrian College Sports Network.